immediately your nose is assaulted by the scent of dead flesh.
Ah, I go back and tell the others I found where all the dead bodies are.
I'm gonna loudly say, "That's great. We're still looking at books right now."
Books are boring.
Yes, but we need more proof. And this is a library of a 500 at least year old lich. There could be good shit here that we need to know.
Or just boring
Let's go.
books.
Yeah, okay. When I come to the books that have people names,
Mhm.
I want to open one too.
Okay.
Find out what it is, because Rogar decided not to tell the rest of the group, so I have to do it myself. I'm gonna take one of the books. I'm gonna take it as a proof that of what the lich was doing.
You choose a nice juicy one called Anna. It's about a small, like 5-year-old girl that the witch took.
Yeah, I want something hard hitting, so when we give it to the judges, they're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, he was
That was fucked up.
he was a nasty motherfucker." Okay, thanks.
Actually, hold on. Considering your perception's better than Rogar, you also see a few books that seem to have a slash and then another name on them.
Huh. I'm gonna
Alright,
take a look at one of those.
There's like 2 of these.
And I'll take a look at them. What's in them?
Okay.
These
How do
ones
you
each-
know about them, Rogar?
I'm in the aisle. I see the book with that has a name slash the name, then it's slashed to another name.
Okay, I want you to think for a second about what Flux just said.
He said that there were like books that had like names that were
Yeah,
slashed
yes,
out.
and how did we find that out?
Oh my god.
He said that I
Rogar.
noticed them.
No. I noticed them because I have a higher perception.
Can we please just move the fuck
Alright,
on?
fine. What's in the book with the slash?
Each book with the slash details a female patient and a younger patient that doesn't have an age listed, but the measurements are for a very small person.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of those books. Well, that kind of hits hard. Is there any other book of interest in this room?
Not that you can see.
Right, fine. Move. Fine. Where's your door with dead bodies? Nightmare.
I proceed to show them the stank of the dead bodies.
Okay. I'm gonna reach over to the comatose Sarah, grab the flask of endless water, select it.
They're bouncing on the bongos right now.
Fine.
Like a trampoline.
I go get this flask of endless water. I rip up a sack. I coat the sack part with water, make a mask, and proceed into the room.
Okay, this room has 2 operating tables in it, and some storage chests, and some wardrobes. The wardrobes seem to be visibly leaking.
Is this another door right here?
I'm going to open
To the south, yes.
I'm gonna.
Right.
I'm going to open that one too.
Can you
Same thing?
wait?
Same thing? Okay.
Yep.
And I know I'm gonna regret this. I open one of the wardrobes, and
Okay,
then
give
I
me a con
open.
check. You have an advantage.
Is it the one that's causing them to be low? Because that's 2 lows in a row.
You are currently. Is there actually not nauseated?
No, there's not.
Well,
It's
you
not
throw
sick.
up.
All right, fine. Yes.
You throw up as you see bunches of bits, arms hanging on hangers, flesh, faces, all neatly organized, by the way, but disgusting.
Okay. Now I'm gonna close that. All right. So, as I wipe my mouth off,
You know that
Barn
you did throw
opens-
up into the mask.
I mean, Yeah, okay, fine. I take the mask off. I fucking use the water. I rinse it off, and I flip it out and put the other side on. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Now
Parn's
slight
gonna-
green tinge to your face mask.
Parn's gonna keep in mind he has 6 flasks of oil, and he's probably gonna be using them all before he leaves. Okay. Which is another reason I wanted to search the library and to find anything, because I'm gonna burn this fucking place down.
I'm
Fine.
going to open up the door again.
Okay. Same thing. This
Damn.
one, there's less visible leakage, but same thing.
Speaking of
The
operating
blood spots
tables,
on the tables seem to be smaller.
speaking of operating areas, what exactly are on the tables? Like operating tools, scalpels, or
Tools,
what?
Scalpels, saws,
Okay.
knives, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. Does any chest doesn't look like it's leaking? Does any of the wardrobes look like?
So they all seem to have stuff. Yeah.
Fine. Since,
I'm just assuming they're storage places for body parts at this point.
fine. Push open the door. What's out here?
Okay. This room is filled to the brim with standing hooked, well, not standing, but bodies seem to be stitched together on hooks.
Okay. I'm gonna back out of the room.
You note that these bodies have no souls.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I pulled out my quarterstaff and I poke one. Does it move at all?
It kind of sways as you poke it.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully navigate through the room not to get covered in bodies
Yeah.
and go down. Okay, apparently I'm going over here now. Or over here now.
Will you
Or if you could
stop
stop
it?
that? You dude,
As you watch Nightmare and Parn do that. Oh, let me go this way. No, wait, hold on. I'll go this way. You go this way. Thing in the hallway.
Meanwhile, there are bodies hanging overhead. They're not laughing.
We seem to have a bit of a delay between seeing each other move. 'Cause I'm thinking I'm moving first, and he's still there, and then all of a sudden he lands on me on my screen. So we open the door, probably together.
You open the door. It's a nice white room with many chairs and little end tables dotting the room.
Huh. Well, this room looks different.
Does
Let's
it look like a
or-
dining room? God damn it. Push to talk, Ryan. Push to talk.
No, it doesn't look like a dining room.
All right, fine. Door down
You-
here.
If you were from a different time, you might think it looks like a waiting room.
So, no
Oh.
magazines or anything?
No magazines.
I push open the door.
You push open the door into a hallway.
Huh.
You
Knowing
round the
my
corner into
knowledge-
a hallway.
Knowing my knowledge of basic buildings, I know to push open this door. And hey, look, we're back in whatever.
We're back in the
What was
dining
this?
room.
Yay.
I
Okay.
see
Well.
doors.
All right. I'm gonna.
Nightmare sprints across the wall, across the hallway, to the more ornate doors, to the wooden doors again.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you think that our host may have had like other areas that had gone up here? Maybe other paths into this dungeon?
Well, I know he took that door.
Rogar, you see the door that the lich took when you guys went into the main room.
I check it. Is it like locked?
No.
I open it.
Okay. You open it and you see stairs.
All right.
And stairs lead up into a kind of viewing chamber
Hmm.
for the test room.
There's the
Same
hands.
thing over here.
There's. Looks like they're enjoying themselves.
Does he? Parn's gonna look the nightmare and go. Does he realize that's gonna go all the way back around to where we were, right?
I can only assume.
All right.
Figured
You
there's.
said these are
Figured
these are
there's like
or-
other rules.
yeah.
The
You
doors
said
again.
Yeah, you said we were in front of a ornate door now.
Wooden
Uh,
doors, nice wooden doors as opposed to the metal doors from before.
All right.
I opened the door.
Okay.
Push open the door. You see a hallway with two paths leading off on the right and one path at the end leading off to the left.
How big was this house from outside?
This wasn't a house.
It was a mansion.
No, it wasn't a mansion.
Or
It was like a kind of cave system. Not cave. Imagine kind of a.
He came out of
door.
a house when we came into the village, and we went into a house.
No, you didn't. He didn't come out of a house. First off, you went into a house that was one of the villagers' house. He led you away to a kind of a structure under a hill.
Okay. That was not imparted at all.
I mean, no
All
one knows
right.
where the witch took you guys. So
All right. Let's down the hallway.
down this hallway seems to be just an empty room. Nothing actually in use here. You see some hooks on the walls, and like some tools, like it was getting set up to be something. And the walls don't seem to be as well made as the previous rooms.
Okay. This hallway.
You see a long hallway that leads up, and three exits off on the right.
First exit.
First exit. This is a little, like, I don't know, study. It's got a desk. It's got some chairs. Has a graph. Has like a large thing of parchment paper where you see the lich has drawn like ideas, bits. You see the hands on there.
This could actually be useful.
12 to search the room. Do I find anything above average interesting?
Not really. You find like some wine.
Does the Lich ever use his name on any
No,
of
I don't
these
find it.
papers?
No, you don't see the name wrote in on any of the papers. Sorry, Norn.
do you write your name on notes to yourself?
From the office of Norn the Lich.
I mean,
about
considering the way
dates?
he had his personality, yes, I kind of expect him to.
What about dates, like for like test subjects and dates and stuff? Would there be those?
No. You see an open book that seems to be detailing a patient named Greg. I'm sorry. It was Bob, right?
It was Greg. No,
Greg?
it was Greg.
it?
You killed Greg.
Okay, good. Yeah, Greg.
Um.
It wasn't the Greg from Highmont, but it was another.
So, is there a good selection of empty, clear parchment? I'm
Yeah,
not
there's a good
clear.
selection of parchment. There's a good selection of small, medium to very large parchment.
All right. About how much would you say is there?
30 pieces.
Fine. I collect them all.
I'm gonna like that big journal he has. I'm just gonna like quickly like thumb through it. Is it like obviously Greg's the most recent, but does it like go further back to like other people they've done work with, or
This is the start of another book.
start of another book?
person.
All right.
And I'm guessing Greg's the name on the spine.
The spine doesn't seem to have been written yet.
All right. Parn in this room is gonna pipe up. All right, guys. I'm gonna start putting these flasks of oil down in rooms. These are the rooms we're going to spread this, and then we're gonna set this whole place on fire when we're done. Any objections?
The corpse rooms, burning those down. Yes, I support that.
No, I mean like we're gonna burn the library down. We're gonna burn
Why?
this room down. We're gonna. All right. So
The
I'm gonna,
bodies I understand, but why the books?
all the research, everything he did, I want it gone. If it's not proof of what we did, it's getting burned.
You know, I'm just gonna quickly do like a little quick thumb through here to see if
Does
there's
any-
anything of value.
I shrug.
Is there anyone else have any oil or?
Nothing of value to you, Rogar.
Okay, I think your answer covers your roll, even though you rolled after your answer.
Some very pretty pictures of people.
All right,
Very
I'm
well
gonna.
drawn.
All right, so Pardon's gonna say I'm putting this flask down when it's time to start spraying the oil in the areas that putting the oil in areas we want to burn hotter. This will be the flask for this room, and I put it on. You said there was a desk. Flux.
Yes.
All right, I put that one on that desk. All right, next. What's down here?
This appears to be a kind of a bedchamber.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll perception to search.
Appears to be
23.
nice. It's a very nice bedchamber. All the finest things. Appears the bed has not been used in a good long time. It's coated in dust. There's a lot of things in here are coated in dust.
Any jewelry? Any fancy clothes? Anything like that?
There's clothes, not that fancy. Most of it's been eaten away by moths.
I'm guessing that's him looking through the dressers and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, like, are there ornate combs, ornate mirrors, ornate?
I mean, there's a nice large mirror attached to one of the shipper robes.
Never mind. This one room has a nice bed in it. He'll easily be able to be burned, so I don't need to put oil here. All right, Parn's gonna walk out of the room and look at the final one.
Okay. This room is a very interesting. It has a large. Oh,
Yeah, thing just like dropped me for a sec. I look in the mirror. Like, do I see anything other than?
you see you.
Not every mirror is a magic.
You see Rogar. He looks very good. He looks a bit singed from the fire from those hands, but overall you're looking pretty good. You wet your hand. You lick your hand and kind of wipe your head to make your frills look much more virulent.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is a Rogar trait now. That every time he sees a mirror, he like has to check if it's a magical mirror.
Can you give me a 1d20, Rogar?
Just straight D20.
Yes. Okay. You think you're looking good.
Even though you're really not.
A 15 search check. Wait, no, I never got to find out what the room was.
This room has a book. There's a large table along the eastern side that has 5 items on it, and a book on the top at the end of the table that has like a pen next to it.
What are the items on the table?
You see a sword, a small jewel brooch, 2 decks of cards, a potion, and a figurine.
All right, you said there's a book with a pen on it, right? With a
Yes.
pen.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
pick up one of the.
Oh,
decks
no!
of cards.
I'm gonna grab Nightmare's arm before he touches
Hold on,
anything.
Give me 1 second. Let's check those. Give me a dex check first, Neo. Competed by a dex check from Nightmare.
Once again, I swear to God, if you cause something, this is gonna be where we have it out and one of us dies. So I'm really sick and tired of Nightmare touching everything.
Well, if you want to be de facto leader, then you need to be smarter.
That's what I was doing. I was about to ask about the book and then open it up. But
I mean,
before
smarter base intelligence of your character, not
Sorry.
smarter player.
12.
Pard quickly grabs your hand, Nightmare, and says, Hold on.
All right. I'm
That
going
was
to
a
turn to
crappy
Rogar. I'm
dice
going to
roll.
say, Rogar, please grab the cat before he kills us all, touching the obvious magical items on the obvious trapped table.
Who says they're magical?
What I wish to give if I could detect magic.
All right.
How do you know they're magical?
Right.
Nothing has been magical in this entire place, and you assume a deck of playing cards on a table is magical.
You hear the bongos in the back. Making
You know,
the
I'm
giant
gonna.
hands that were definitely magical.
Yeah,
Created
I'm
by the
gonna.
witch. That was definitely a magical creation.
the floating hands that threw magic at us. The dungeon underneath this place that was full of magic and fucking illusions and gems. Which, now that Parn thinks about it, we probably should go back down there and check on those gems before we burn this place down.
Sleeping dogs lie. Well, okay, maybe check one.
All right, Parn is going to do a perception check. He is looking for any signs of death, any even the minute amount of blood around any of the items. He's specifically going to take great care to look at the book and the pen.
The weapon seems to have some blood on the tip of it, but no more than your weapons have blood on the tips of them.
Right.
The book seems to be a book with things written in it.
All right, is the book opened or closed?
Open.
All right. What language is it, the writing in?
It's in common.
All right. I'm going to tell Rogar, I'm going to turn to him and go, get the cat out of here. This could go badly. Stand at the entrance. If you hear me scream, well, it was nice knowing you. I'm going to assume the book is down here, correct?
Yes.
All right. I start reading the book.
Okay. The book details these items, where they were gotten from, and what the Lich apparently thought they were.
Okay. What are they and what do they do?
It's a magical sword that details that it cuts better and seems to swing easier than most swords. The brooch appears to protect from force effects. Hold on 1 second, let me check that one. I think that's what it does. But yeah, it seems to protect against force effects. The deck, the first deck, he actually hasn't established what the decks do yet. He just knows that they seem to be very magical decks. He says he thinks one is a deck of many things, and he's afraid to open to. He thinks one of them is a deck of many things. He doesn't know which one, and he's afraid to draw one of the cards. The other potion, he has no clue what it is, and the figurine appears to turn into a raven when activated.
All right. What type of sword is it? Is it a short sword?
It's he notes the sword seems to switch between short sword and long sword depending on the wielder.
All right. I'm gonna think back of Nightmare. Have I ever seen Nightmare use a sword?
No.
All right. I'm going to pick up the sword.
Okay, becomes a short sword.
All right. I'm gonna look at Rogar. What weapons do I know Rogar uses?
I use a long sword.
All right. I'm going to walk this over to Rogar and I'm going to say, here, apparently this is a magical sword that switches from short to long, depending on the wielder, and it's supposedly magical and cuts better.
Rogar has now acquired a +1 long/short sword.
Nice.
Okay. Parn is going to pick up the 2 decks, and he is going to quickly put them in his bag. He is not even
Keep those decks steady.
Yeah. No, those are not getting touched. Parn has an inkling of what a deck of many things is.
I don't think Parn does. Give me intelligence.
No, your character doesn't know shit.
Fine.
You have an 8 intelligence. Fuck you.
Okay, and if you let me finish, I was gonna say, and even if Parn didn't have an inkling for what a deck of many things is before you fucking jump down my throat, he knows for a fact that a 500-year-old fucking lich was scared to draw a card, which is a big enough reason for Parn to put this the fuck away.
This may be a bit of a stretch, but could I use like a knowledge arcana?
But I will do a straight knowledge. Right. Let me do this. You could do one too.
Yeah,
Okay.
like knowledge arcana, just looking at the cards, maybe I get some idea of what it is.
No, you don't look at the cards. You look at the deck.
No, stop, Neil. What are you doing, Rogar?
I said looking at the deck of cards. Looking
Okay.
at the deck of cards.
How are you exactly looking at the deck of cards?
Just looking at that, maybe just going through a knowledge arcana, seeing like Like maybe why exactly he'd be afraid of?
Looking exactly at the deck.
That's
Are you
on the
touch- are
table
you-
and hasn't been touched.
Okay, you're not touching the deck. Okay,
Nope,
it's
I'm
a
not
very
touching
nice
it.
deck of cards. It looks good. Looks nice. Looks like they're ornate cards from the back. You have to draw one of the cards to see what they look like. You're actually kind of inquisitive on what the cards look like when they're flipped.
Uh,
You
uh,
really
I
wanna
draw
know.
one of the cards.
You can't.
Okay.
Pard had
Hold
no.
on.
Pard has the deck, and no one can fucking take them from him, unless you want to make the checks, which you can't do because they're in the bag. Okay,
Then how can Rogar be looking
Yeah,
at them?
I don't
looking at-
know.
Rogar's looking at the deck that was sitting on the table. You didn't stop
No.
him when he did that. You've only stopped.
I
Red.
took no. I just specifically said I took both decks and I put them in my bag,
Red. Give me
and
a-
then I was about to explain why, and then I got talked over. I'm
Red.
sitting here wondering how Rogar is looking at a deck of cards that's in my bag of holding.
Red, give me a 22 or 1d22.
Huh? A 1d22? Okay.
You just okay. I'm completely against
Oh,
this
whoops.
because he can't draw a card from two decks that are in my bag. Okay.
God damn it.
Red.
There we go.
You draw a card, and it has a picture of pants on it. Immediately, a pair of small pants appears.
Okay. Again, how did he do this?
I'm assuming. I'm gonna say no. As you started to put it in the bag of holding.
All right. He's got to make the rolls.
No, I'm gonna say no. You now have a very small pair of pants. Nightmare.
Ooh!
Um,
Pants! Can I fit into these pants or are they too
No.
small?
They are small person's pants, not pants.
I
of
have
Batman.
small person's pants.
I'm gonna.
Yay!
It's apparently we can take
That's a
things from
fun
each other
deck.
without knowing. I'm gonna take the deck back and put it back in my bag.
Okay.
Uh,
Assumed you had that. You just grabbed a card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
I
you have the deck in your bag.
Snazzy
I
pants.
pick up the brooch, and I'm gonna put it on. I'm assuming this requires attunement, so I just have to put
I
it on,
know.
right?
I'm gonna grab the brooch from him because he's being a meanie and
I'm
and
about
hoarding
to-
all the magic items.
I just gave the sword to Rogar.
The two
Fine.
monks start fighting over the brooch.
Fine.
A
You
little
know
bit as
what?
Watch Rogar.
I give the fucking cat the brooch because he's being a dick. Now I got
You're
to the
being
figurine.
the dick. Holy
No.
crap! You keep on demanding that you do everything. No, fuck that.
When we're dealing with a deck of many things that can literally summon shit that kills the entire party right here,
Does
right
your
now.
character fucking know that? No, fuck
No,
you.
but he knows.
Stop using outside character
Again,
knowledge on your
again. He knows that it's scary enough that a 500-year-old lich doesn't want to touch it.
Well, I just touched it, and I got a pair of pants.
Can we just not tempt the fates? Because
Yeah,
we don't know
again,
what else it may do. For
I'm
all we
just,
know-
and no one else knows what any of these items are. But fine, if you want it, I give the brooch to the cat. I tell him it seems to protect from force effects. Enjoy.
It's a very nice brooch in your hand.
I put the brooch on because that's a nice brooch.
It's a nice looking brooch on you.
All right. There was a figurine that becomes a raven. You said, and
That's what you read. Yeah.
all right, I take the figurine, I put it in my in my pocket, and there's a potion.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody. The lich doesn't know what this does. I say we make, and I point to Nightmare, him drink it. Because he seems to want to touch or drink and fool around with everything, so...
I don't drink straight shit. Look what happened the last time you talked me into drinking something. I got knocked out. Hell no.
Rogar, I
Mhm.
think we should make the cat drink the potion. What do you think?
Could I use like a knowledge arcana just to maybe try and identify the potion?
Yes! Well, can he? Actually, no. It would be red. Would need to do a herbalism check, wouldn't it? For a potion?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do a herbalism
Do a
check.
herbalism intelligence.
Herbalism. Where are you? There you are. Intelligence, my
And
least
our
favorite.
our buff cleric isn't fucking here.
12.
You believe it to be a potion of cure disease.
Okay, I let them know that it might
okay.
be that, but I'm not.
Okay, I give the potion to Nightmare and say, "Well, you seem to know the most about it. Here, enjoy." Does the book describe anything else?
Nope. Further back in the book, it seems to be more lists of magical items, but you don't see anything on the tables.
Okay, what does the other magical items do? Anything that catches my eye?
Not really, just a bunch of magical items.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
that seems to be. Nothing saying where they went or any of that stuff.
Okay, it's like it's like an inventory list,
Yes.
essentially. Okay. Um. Well, this was fruitful. I'm gonna have to check out this figurine when we go outside. Supposedly, it transforms into what did you say? A raven?
A raven. The figurine it's a silver figurine in the shape of a raven.
Huh. All right. Well, let's continue on. Oh no, this is the same place where the fuck's the area where we dropped down from? Oh, yeah. Okay. I push open this door. Is the pit still open?
No, you guys closed the pit behind you when you came back up.
Oh, okay. All right. I think maybe we should go back down here and go down there and take a look at the jewels. What do you guys think?
I thought you said before not to touch any of the jewels.
Yeah, the caster was the caster was alive then. Did you see that illusion go away when the lich died? They maybe they're no longer gems of death and destruction.
All right, guys. What I propose is this: if we are going to do this, let's try and look for at least try and set up like a quick emergency escape by like tying up a rope so we can easily get out if needed. What we then do is when we get down there, look for maybe a gem or that's closest to our exit, poke it with a sword, see or hear what happens. If we start hearing like the sounds of stuff getting up, we run out. Does that sound good?
That sounds just complicated enough that Parn no longer wants to go down into the pit. Parn's like, all right, you've convinced me. Let's not go down there. Parn's now going to give Nightmare and Rogar a flask of oil, and ask Nightmare, since he hates books so much, if he gently pull some of the books out of the things, get them like going into where there'll be a nice big fire pile.
I already stated my objection against burning the books because there's no reason to.
Okay.
All right, well, Rogar, you heard what I asked Nightmare to do.
All right.
You go get that started. I'm gonna go spritz some oil in each of the
Dead body rooms.
Yeah, dead body rooms.
Okay. Before I do this, just confirmation of what is on each of these sections. This section here is just a bunch of books with random book title names.
Yes.
I'm going to grab the book of like how to clean before the beginning. How to clean after the beginning. I grabbed that one. All right. This section. What section was this?
This was the historical section. This
Right,
is a fun book about the blight.
All right. And this section was
That section seems like a good section not to burn. Just saying.
We're burning out the whole cave, essentially.
This section seems like map. It is map
No.
and stuff.
Do you even have enough oil to burn out a whole cave? No.
No, but the books are gonna burn each other, and the bodies will burn. Essentially, yeah. I'm not. What I mean by burn out the cave, I mean we're burning the worst areas. The rest will just whatever.
What did you say it was again, Flux?
This was maps and stuff.
Maps. Okay.
That's useful.
All right. I'm
not
going
to
to
burn.
take a look at some of those maps. Like how recent are some of them, and like what are some of the details they show?
The most recent one seems to be about 300 years old.
You might be able to get a good price for antique maps.
Leave the place after a while.
Could you repeat that? You're a little quiet on my end.
I said, seems like Norin didn't leave the place after a while.
Well, I'm gonna grab at least a couple of them. Some of the newer ones, like the 300-year-old ones, and maybe a few that look older. Might be able to get a good price from like an antique collector or something. So,
You know what? Parn's gonna pipe in. You know what, Rogar? I don't have enough oil to burn this whole place down. Why don't we just grab all the people books and anything else we think is his personal notes, take it over to one of the flesh rooms and burn them all together.
okay.
That way,
Anyway.
if someone comes around and finds this place, at least the history books are still here in case they're ever used.
I also found some maps I think you might like.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So yeah, we gather up all his personal notes throughout this place, any of his detailed schematics of people, his people books, and we take them to the flesh rooms.
Okay. This whole process takes you guys about an hour.
Okay. And this section was fiction stuff.
Yes.
Alright, so like Moby Dick and whatnot.
Wait, no, that was the Sorry, that was the people book section. This next section was fiction.
Oh. If this is people, then what was this section?
Wait, no. Okay, no. Yeah. Forget it. Yeah, you were right the first time. That's fiction.
The
And-
fiction was the last section.
They're all fiction. The rest of them are all fiction.
I mean, this is all made off of the top of Flux's head. They're all fiction.
I didn't organize the Lich's library with the Dewey Decimal System, guys. Sorry. My bad.
All right,
Didn't
Rogar.
expect the Lich's organization books to be that important to you guys.
Yeah.
Rogar, start ripping out pages of the books.
This is in section A. It should be in section B.
Spread them out as much as you can. I'm opening the doors. I'm gonna just make one nice long line of oil through all of the rooms into the waiting room, and papers spread all around it. I'm gonna light the line, and then it'll just burn on its own.
Alright, I start taking pages out of the people books.
Okay, so
Specifically, just the people books.
gotcha. Okay, so Rogar, you start taking pages out of the books as you see a fire start to catch up to you, because Neo didn't say he waited till Rogar was done to set the oil on fire.
No, I didn't say I lit it either.
No, you said you set the
I
oil
said
on
I
fire.
make it a nice path of oil, so when I light, so it will burn.
You said make a nice path of oil and light it.
No, I didn't. I never.
Yeah,
said
you did.
You lit that oil on fire, bud.
Yeah, he
I
said and
never
light it.
lit
You just
I said
smoked Rogar
win.
out.
I said win, motherfucker.
This
I
is why
dropped
you
the
shouldn't
people
be
books.
the party leader.
Rogar drops the books. Everyone's screaming out of the burning room. So the cave starts to. Yeah.
I immediately just rush
the roof
back
is
in
starting
to
to fill
try.
up with smoke.
All right. Well, I'm done here. Let's go.
Alright, guys, let's
As
go.
I'm passing this room, what do the silverware look like? Is it like gold plated,
It's like
gold
wooden.
silverware?
It's what?
I'm literally gonna kick one over the table and like, God, there's nothing in this place, and then fucking walk out.
Alright, I go into the bongo room and tell them, alright guys, it's time to go.
I'm gonna listen
As
to
if given the command, the two automatons start walking towards the exit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna listen back on this, and I'm gonna wait to see if I actually said lit, or if I said I will light or whatever, because I don't remember saying I lit it at all.
You guys escape the Lich House. And
Okay.
Find yourselves back in Trium.
Okay.
How
looking-
much smoke is bellowing out of the cave?
Got a good deal of smoke now.
Okay.
I'm gonna start speed walking away from the cave and back into the village now.
Speed
I
walk.
don't-
Fuck that. I'm running. I'm Olympic sprinting.
I have no idea if there's something magical hidden in that cave that's gonna react badly to magic. So, bye.
Olympic sprinting.
React badly to fire. Magical that react badly to fire. All right. All right. By the way, you do know I added all the notes that were in his study and all of that stuff, right? All that's burning too in the people rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, quickly looking up, do we still see the barrier that was here when we first got in?
Oh, it wasn't a visible barrier.
No, he basically marked us, and if we got too far, he would be able to kill us, or we'd instantly die. He never exactly explained how.
You guys didn't test the barrier. He just seemed to be that once you were marked, you couldn't leave the village.
Alright. So we go back to the village. I'm going to hold the skull up right above my head. And
Alright,
one of the villagers point at you and start running off. A few minutes later, a crowd of villagers starts heading towards you guys. They killed the lich! We're free! Yay, heroes!
Yep.
I like the way you did that.
Why does it smell like burning flesh?
You don't want to
future
know.
reference,
Trust me.
What's that
Rogar,
horrible smell?
for
Oh
future-
god! Everyone starts vomiting.
future reference.
Can I get con checks from everyone as the wind starts blowing that smoke that hit the flesh room down to you guys?
I still got my mask on. Do I still have advantage?
You have advantage, but you're making that con check one more time. Nope, I don't think so, Rogar.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Red, you now have disadvantage because of the common quandary of seeing other people vomit makes it easier to vomit.
Yeah, I gotta roll, huh? Damn it.
Somehow he fucking passes even with disadvantage.
Constitution, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
A 3 and a 1. Damn.
That was all right. Kiri rolled a 1. I rolled a 1, and fucking Red rolled 1.
Why do I get the feeling these rolls are trying to tell us something?
That we're gonna die.
We're all glorious heroes.
Flux said the village is saved. Flux said YouTube.com.
Hey, I'm gonna ask Kiri for the skull back. I need to put that back in the robes and put it away.
Here you go.
All right. I put all my proof of the lich was here and we killed it
Yeah.
back.
Ugh.
All right. I'm gonna, after everyone's done vomiting, I'm gonna ask, who's considered your town elder or leader or whatever now?
We didn't really have one. The leader was Norin for a long time.
Can you figure that out before we leave? We kind of need to get you to sign something. Wait, how many of you are there left? I start counting
You
the
count
villagers.
maybe 2
How many-
dozen.
No, never mind. I can work this out. And
One of the villagers raises his hand. I think I should be leader. Another villager raises his hand. No, I think I should be leader. About 5 villagers have now raised their hands, and now they're getting into an argument.
Look, the only fair way to do this is through games
you
of.
can't even keep track of your cows.
I know,
Oh, you
you
got-
should draw cards to see who's the
No.
who's the leader.
Do you have a deck of cards?
no,
I,
He does?
I'm picking up
And I
porn
played
and I'm
the-
running away.
And I put the barn.
You picked up Parn and you're running away. Okay, so it's
Strength
now an
check.
argument and nightmare.
Strength
Running
check
on
to
an
run away.
Who do what?
It's now an argument brewing amongst the villagers, and Nightmare there goading on the argument with promise of cards as Rogar is running towards the hills, holding Parn up in the air, screaming.
Part's gonna look perturbed at Rogar and go, Can you let me down? I think we might be able to solve this without the cards. I'm not gonna let anyone touch the decks. Don't worry.
Bury that backpack. Don't let us know. We'll pick it up later.
Well, I kind of.
How about
I
this?
kind of
I'll just
look
break
at the
sticks.
situation.
I'll break a bunch of sticks.
I look at the situation and go, I know. I pull out the pair of tiny pants. Whoever catches this becomes the elder. And I toss it off into the distance and try to catch up with my companions.
No basis for government. Fuck you.
Parn comes walking back into town now that he's been let down. How about you vote? Every villager, look, we'll stay here long enough to cast the vote. Who here thinks they should be leader?
Everyone raises their hand.
No, 5 people raise their hand. All right, you 5.
Now that you're asking, a 6th person raises their hand.
All right, you 6 people, come up here. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna, Rogar and Nightmare, I need you to count.
Okay.
All right? I pull out a piece of parchment, and I ask each of them their names, and I write down each of their names on the parchment. All right?
Okay.
Parn now goes behind the first one in line. All right, villagers, I need you to spread out a little bit so everyone can see you. Don't cluster together. All right.
The villagers spread out in a line, as if kind of like a very organized, well-established line, as if we're processing.
That's
That's creepy.
Also, everyone only gets one vote.
Go ahead, Kiri.
Everyone gets 1 vote. You can only select 1 person.
1 person. All right, Kiri. Kiri, Nightmare, I need you to count for me, okay? Kiri, you count that side. I point to the left. Nightmare, you count that side. I point to the right. All right.
Okay.
I put my hand above the first guy in line. Who thinks this guy should lead you?
4 people raise their hands.
All right, so grand total or...
Yeah, 4 people. Okay. Essentially, I set it up. Flux is just going to tell us how many voted to speed this along.
Okay.
I write down his name, but besides the first guy's name, I write down 4 votes. All right? I go to the second guy. Who thinks this guy should be leader?
4 people raise their hand.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
I know where this is going.
I swear to God, Flux. If for everybody, I'm going to kill one of the villagers. And then you can have an uneven number of people.
In the event of a tie, we will determine the tiebreaker.
That's not fair. You're just adventurers. You're going to leave.
You know what?
I'm not following Kim because some adventurer who was here for a day said he should roll.
You know what? We could throw you into the pit with all the cursed gems if you don't like it.
Not a very good adventurer. Kind of a dick move.
No.
It's a very bad review.
No.
We know you're here for the tournament. Not gonna look very
You know what?
good.
Pard's gonna pipe up. You fuckers threw us in a trap, and you're lucky we're not dead. So how about we don't take our anger on you, and we just get this done. I put my hand above the.
Someone raises his hand. I think Norin established that wasn't true. You knew that there was a lich here when you came here. You knew that we wanted the lich gone.
He kind of has us there. He has us there.
And then when we got here, your immediate reaction was to sell us out to the lich.
He would have known you got here anyways. He just would have killed another person if we didn't tell him.
I put my hand
Fair
above
enough.
the third guy. How many people?
4.
How many people?
4 people
What?
raised their hand.
All right, I write that down. I write down the 4th guy. How many people?
4 people.
5th guy.
4 people.
6th guy.
4 people.
All right, here's how we'll do it.
Okay. All right, I grab the 6th guy and I start taking him to the cave. Part's not
no,
playing
No.
anymore.
How about
I
this?
stop
We
you
settle
from that.
Hang on. We'll settle it the fair way. The Dragonborn way. Rochambeau.
That is not the Dragonborn way.
Do they know that? Do they know that?
All right. You know what, villagers? Fine. Have a little civil war. I don't care. Enjoy not having government, not knowing what to do, and eventually you'll kill each other because you'll form into these little fucking tribal groups and everyone will hate each other. We tried. You guys don't want to do it. You guys don't want to do it a fair way. Not our fault anymore. And with that, I get everyone together and I pull out the orb of
Hang on.
orb of bat.
Before you do that, look. Please forgive my companion, but I will say this. If you ever do happen to go to Tresmindal, go to Togor's Inn.
And
Togor's Inn.
Pipe's
They
gonna
leave the
fucking
candle
pipe
lit
up.
for you.
We already did the fucking promo and we had the meal. Fucking, we don't need to do it again.
I'm just doing it again, just in case.
Pull out the orb back. Fucking let them go back to their stupid arguments.
Okay. And you hit the orb of back.
Everybody agree to go back now?
Yeah.
I guess.
All right.
You teleport back.
Where exactly do we teleport? Like
We
roughly
went
like where
back
we left?
to Terrace Mendal.
I
where,
knew that.
yeah, we're
You're not where you left. You know that for certain. You see the lake to your north, but you're outside the limits of Terrace Mindel by a good deal.
that's odd.
As you appear, you see you appear around what appears to be a small orb on the ground.
I pick up the orb.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I show the orb and go, hold it and go, ooh, what's this shiny?
Arcana check.
Okay. It appears to be an orb that redirects teleportation spells.
Huh. Guys, I think we've been set up. Something's happening. Guys, keep your head on a swivel.
You know that it's evening now because you guys quickly left the town.
All right.
Almost getting night.
All right. I'm gonna recommend we not go right back in Terrace Mendal. I'm gonna recommend we move away from here and then go set up camp somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's just use the orb, because that's probably what we're supposed to do. The orb took us here to use this orb. Isn't it obvious?
If we're gonna do that, hang on. Can I do would I have to do another Arcana check to see if there's a way to safely deactivate the redirect orb, or would the previous one work?
There doesn't seem to be any way to deactivate the redirect orb.
Eh.
Or if there is, you can't figure it out.
What? Okay, I'm gonna do a survival check
What are you checking for?
for signs of tracks, signs of other people been here recently in the area of the orb.
Yes. Do survival check for me.
12.
Okay. You see a kind of well-trodden path as if people have been here and headed back towards Terrace Mindel.
It's a decent path, so there's been quite a lot of people.
Yes.
Guys, we may be being suspicious over nothing. If you look over there, and I point to it, this is a well-trodden path. They may just, not want adventurers to be appearing out of middle of the air in a
I'm
very...
not saying, hold on. I'm not saying a well-trodden over years. This is a recent path. But it seems to have been used.
What I'm looking for is if multiple groups, if this is...
Multiple groups have gone through this path.
All right. I'm gonna rephrase this. Maybe there's something up with this redirect, but maybe this is where we're supposed to come back to so we don't pop up in the middle of town, maybe inside somebody.
Possibly.
So, I say, since it's night, we set up camp away from here. We could keep a watch, but I think we should scout out Terrace Mendal in the morning to see if anything's up. If it's not, I think we're going to have to go back to the games office.
Yeah.
Okay?
Do you think we should just drop that redirect orb, or...
Yes, put it back where it was, please.
I shrug and put it back down.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Groger, hey, will you check out this orb of Go? Does it still seem magical?
Sure. Another Arcana check?
Yeah. Yep, it seems magical. Like it can be used again.
Alright, yeah,
Alright.
Seems like we could use it again.
Your Arcana check, you know that if it was used now, it would bring you right back to the same place.
Though, to be honest, maybe
Back
this
to
is
the
where-
same village.
It would bring you right back to where you are.
Yeah, back
This
to the
orb is
redirect area.
Directing all teleportation travel to this area.
Wait, even the teleportation circles
Yes.
in town?
From what Rogar can piece together from this orb, and is drawing any teleportation, any people being teleported into this around this area towards this orb, going in or out.
To do a perception check to find any signs of struggle, any signs of like dropped coin, fragments of clothes, anything to indicate that people have been teleported here unexpectedly and found themselves attacked.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that is like the 100th goddamn one.
You guys don't see anything of the sort.
Okay.
Red Fox, please roll good perception.
Okay. God damn it! Stop that.
You know,
click
normally
on
we get
that.
a lot of crits, both Flux and us. Tonight it's almost nothing but fucking ones.
Nope.
You didn't roll ones. You rolled. Oh wait, yeah, you did. It was
Yeah,
Kiri
yeah.
that rolled. That
Nightmare
rolled.
doesn't see anything either.
Yeah, no. Roll the fucking 4.
Hey, we walk for about an hour away from where the orb is, further away from Terrace Mendel, then we set
Why?
up camp.
No, let's head towards Terrace Mindal.
Because the point is to head away if something's up, and to scout out the orb while we're camping. When the orbs work, do they set off a light or something? What is exactly the effect of
The teleportation orb or the redirect orbs?
both of them?
The redirect orbs are slightly warm to the touch, but nothing.
So I mean visually.
Nothing, but no visual effects. The teleportation orbs, there's a button that you can press, and then it goes in, and then you get pulled away.
I mean, all right, think of Star Trek. Think of how there's always the light that you see when they're teleporting up and down. Okay.
When you get
Yes.
when you get teleported, there isn't. You haven't seen enough people be teleported really, but they just kind of seem to disappear. From the viewpoint of being teleported, you know that you seem to get like a flash of kind of being yanked by a string across to wherever you're going. So you could, if you can hold your eyes open, which it hurts a shit ton, you can kind of see the land beneath you. You quickly move through the air.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna suggest we set up just outside of
Carrie,
visual.
you know that the redirect orb has been deactivated now.
It's been deactivated?
Yep.
Guys, the redirect orb appears to have been deactivated.
All right. Again,
Then let's go to town. We got to report back that we completed our task.
Okay, whatever. Red just wants to get on with it, and I'm honestly getting annoyed by how much. Whatever. All right.
I'm getting annoyed with how much you slow everything down every fucking session.
Okay. I don't want to go into town this late at night.
Like, roughly what time is it? Like,
It's
You
roughly
said
about-
it's evening.
It's roughly about 7.
alright, 7.
It's not
Fine.
night.
You wouldn't make it to town by the time night falls.
Let's go set up camp. We can travel towards Terrace Mendal then, and set up camp before we get there.
Okay.
That's fine.
You guys make it about to there. You'll reach Terrace Mindal by noon tomorrow.
All right.
Neotag? And who was here as Dark Vision?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Rogar doesn't.
Oh yeah. Wait, no. I used dark vision in the labyrinth, and
It
he
should
still
s-
has it. It works for 8 hours.
By the time you guys are setting up for camp, it's worn off. But regardless, You guys note that areas you normally can see in dark vision, you can't see in.
Okay. I'm going to get ready for battle, and I'm going to. It's finally time to use this. I'm going to tell my companions to cover their eyes. And I throw towards one of the areas I should be able to see, but I can't. I throw my magic flashbang stone.
Oh, okay. You throw the flashbang stone. The stone illuminates the area. You see for a brief second, and then it goes back to being unable to be seen.
There's nothing in it.
Nope.
Okay. Well, now I got to get that magic stone off my list. I'm going to suggest we start moving.
Yeah.
There's something going on, and I'm going to get up, and I'm going to start
You're moving
getting
through the night.
traveling.
What I
through the
was
night.
suggesting in the first place, but
I never
no.
heard you say anything like that. Carrie,
I was saying, let's go to town. You wanted to stop. But no, we have to do it your way.
we can't get to town before nightfall.
So?
Red?
Dude, are you saying this in character, out of character? Because I've been saying everything in character. You need to specify
Okay, fine.
if you're bitching out of character.
In character, Parn says fine. As he stops setting up camp. You guys want to travel throughout the night to get to town, and then have to immediately go to sleep and get off when we get there?
Yeah, if we can just go safely back to Togor's Inn.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever.
we paid for. We
Okay,
have the place available. Why not go?
All right. I kind of don't like traveling at night, but whatever. Let's go.
As we're going on, I'm just going to keep an eye out. Hopefully that the soul eye can at least see better and can at least detect souls in the dark better than what I can normally see.
You can see souls. You see a faint shimmer off in the distance.
Like, guys, there's something in the distance.
No shit.
You guys make it to about there before you've reached your 8-hour limit, and anything longer is going to start making con checks.
And this is why I said let's make camp. But no. All right. Well, let's start making con checks, guys. Because we have to travel, according to Nightmare. Nine.
Okay, you are exhausted, Near. You are exhausted, Rogar. You are exhausted, Nightmare. Let me check exactly how exhaustion works. 'Cause I think it's not.
It's not good.
We're really rolling crap today.
Yeah, maybe we should have stopped and made camp.
What the hell is exhaustion?
It's at the bottom of the list I'm on. Some special abilities or environments, such as starvation and the long-term effects of freezing and scorching temperatures, can lead to a special condition called exhaustion.
It's got 6 levels. Level 1 is disadvantage on ability checks. Level 2 is speed halved. Level 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls. Level 4 is hit points halved. Then 5 is speed reduced to 0. And then 6 is death.
Okay. So you guys are at the first level.
Let me see. But can we get exhaustion from just not sleeping? Because it doesn't say that. Exhaustion is not from just sleeping. That's from starvation. I think you got it mixed up with something else.
No, I'm
Flux.
talking about you guys moving too long.
That's not exhaustion.
Well, in that case, then I'm guessing fatigued, but that says C exhaustion.
Hold on.
Roughly, like, how far would we estimate we are from Terrace Mindal?
You guys are about 6-7 hours from it. On a failed saving throws, a character suffers 1 level of exhaustion for traveling past your 8 hours a day.
For every long rest, you recover 1 level of exhaustion. So, if we continue and somehow don't make it to town in another 8 hours,
Well, honestly, if we're all feeling exhaustion, I would think that we would ideally stop.
Yeah.
no. Nightmare insists we get to town. I think we should probably get to town.
We kind of underestimated the distance.
Yeah, I think we all did.
No, only you did. The rest of us knew because Flux said you're a day or two away from Terrace Mindal.
I don't recall him saying that.
He did say that.
I didn't say a day or two.
I heard you say you're a good day or two away.
I don't recall him saying that in the slightest.
Yeah, you guys would have gotten there about noon tomorrow if you had gone to sleep.
All right. Well, I'm going to gather up everything needed for a nice big fire. I'm going to make a fire. And then I'm going to say, since it was your idea, Nightmare, to travel and you pushed for this, I think you should take first shift.
All right, you're the one who wasted
only-
a flashbang jumping at shadows. I figured you would be the one who wanted to not be there.
I only need 4 hours. So if you can keep your eyes and ears open for 4 hours, then I could take over for the rest of the night.
All right.
As the camp is being set up, that one like faint shimmering of soul, is it still there, or it multiplied, or gotten closer, further away?
It's gotten closer, and you can see now that it's a bit closer. You can note that it appears to be half of the soul, and another half in black.
Guys, I think we might have. You remember what happened with Kalaba? I think it's coming.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's great. Parn's just gonna say fuck it because he's had it up with with this shit right now. Yo, thing out there, we can see you. What's up?
It's not within speaking distance.
I shout.
How far away is it? Like,
It looks to be maybe a. Can you actually measure viewing distance? Can you see a mile? I think you can see a mile, right?
No. That's really out far.
You can probably see a meter, right? No. Yeah, meters were short. Fuck non-imperial systems.
Wait, how far does dark vision
it's
go?
like 60 feet,
no.
I think.
Standard. It's not dark vision. It's standard sight at this point. How far can you see?
No, I mean, how far can you see with dark vision? I want to know.
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
But that's not what we're doing right now. See.
So I can't see anything for it. I'm going to assume.
On a clear day, the basic summary is that on a clear day, you can see 2 miles or until your view is obscured by terrain. If it's raining, it usually cuts it down to a mile. Fog cuts it down to 100.
Then it's about a mile away. Kerry.
It's about how far away?
About a mile away.
Alright, so about a mile away.
You can be heard from a mile away,
Yeah, you can.
The thing
especially if you're shouting.
The
Okay.
thing doesn't seem to respond, Rogar.
What?
The thing doesn't seem to respond, Rogar, other
Right.
than moving quicker now.
It's moving quicker towards us.
All right, I'm gonna set up from the path it is to the path we are. I'm gonna set up my hunting trap. I have had a hunting trap because I use it in my hunting all the time. It has been in my inventory and I have not had a chance to use it. So I set that up.
Okay.
Where
are you setting it up?
I'm gonna ask Rogar to tell me exactly where it is.
Okay, I'll basically go with him and do my best to point it out.
Right? From where he's pointing to about, I'm gonna say 30 feet from the campfire. No. I'm going to go with 60 feet away from the campfire from where he's pointing in a straight line. I'm going to set it up there.
Are you taking the torch with you out in the darkness?
No.
You're not? Okay. You know to the Rogar, you know to the moment that pawn seems to go into the darkness, things speeds up significantly.
God, he's going faster. Can we going faster?
All right. I get out of the darkness after I set the trap, and I get back close to the fire. What happens?
How long does it take to set up a trap?
Doesn't.
I'd say probably a minute, right?
Yeah, about a minute from what I remember.
Say about a minute. It seemed to have almost cut the distance in half by the time Barn gets back into the light.
Guys, I think this thing's maybe half a mile away at most. Let's get back to the fight.
Okay. And
Hang on, I'm
Now,
preparing for it.
is the disadvantage on all the rolls?
No,
or
it's just ability rolls.
ability rolls.
okay.
So,
Skill checks and the like,
yeah, your skill checks, essentially.
not saving throws.
Saving
No,
throws.
saving
are
throws is its own
considered
thing.
Ability. Yeah, no, there are no saving throws. Technically, it's ability saves. So yes, saving throws are affected.
Okay.
Yep. I just, as it's getting closer, I'm going to take out the drift globe that I have, just in preparation.
All right, I'm gonna poke Sarah.
Sarah sits
Who's on
straight up.
sta-
Yes.
Gonna, I'm gonna
What
pick
is
up.
required?
I'm gonna pick up a stone and say, "Cast light on this, please."
Light cast. The Robo Sarah pokes the stone. Now glows.
All right. How long does light last? It lasts an hour. Okay.
Robo Sarah wonders if you require guidance, because that is all Robo Sarah does. Give guidance every single fucking ability check.
That would have been nice as an option when we were doing the earlier checks. I'm actually gonna do. Okay, what do you want? Do you want perception? Would that be the one to determine why the darkness is darker than normal?
You can give me a perception, sure.
All right,
Remember,
guys.
you're at a disadvantage.
Sarah, give me guidance. Robo Sarah.
Robo Sarah. Hold on 1 second. Oh, good. Robo Sarah interprets your commands correctly. She gives you guidance.
By the way, fucking Zon's been doing it wrong. We're supposed to make the D4 rolls, not her.
Fuck it. I made the D4 rolls.
So
It's
that's
you agree to your check now. Robo Sarah returning to recharge state.
29.
Okay. It's dark. You're not sure why it's dark, but it's dark.
Really?
You know that light seems to make it not dark, but it's dark.
No, this is.
You're not sure why it's dark.
This is,
Alright.
you yelled at me for asking a stupid question. Now it's your turn to get an answer to a stupid question.
I'm using perception with my own experience of dark vision and trying to determine what is exactly going on since it seems weird. I don't think it's a stupid question to use perception and your own experiences to try and figure out.
You've never experienced something like this, Neil.
Exactly.
I've
Now,
experienced
closest-
magical darkness.
The closest
Asking-
thing you've experienced is magical darkness, which this you can't see into, but you note that it is similar to this. But magical darkness does not seem to be dispelled by light.
Asking Relgar
Yeah.
for his expertise would be smarter.
What
But no,
expertise in
you
dark vision?
you complained to me about asking a dumb question. Now it's your turn to get the dumb answer for the dumb question.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Once the thing gets to like within a quarter mile, I'm activating the daylight stone. So basically, it basically casts a daylight spell for which will last an hour.
The drift globe.
Yeah, the drift globe.
All right.
Because more light is better.
All right. I don't want to do this, but it's stupid. I'm gonna pull up my contact mirror. What does it look like when I look into it?
Are you doing? Well, hold on 1 second, Rogar. Are you doing the daylight spell or the light spell? It can only do the daylight spell for 1 hour.
Yeah, I am doing the.
He's saying when he feels it's in range, he's having it set up to trigger the daylight spell.
Yeah, once it gets like within a less than a quarter mile, that's when I hit the daylight spell.
That's way too far, Kiri.
Okay, so when it gets to within 100 feet, I'll hit the daylight spell.
Okay.
That's better. What does it look like as we're sitting around the fire? My contact mirror.
Your mirror is still covered up, and you still hear the sound of fire behind it.
Okay. I want to have an action prepped. If Parn thinks this is going badly, he's got the mirror in a position where he can smash it.
Okay.
Out of character, I'm surprised you haven't gotten your rod of banishment yet.
Yeah. Quick question. Out of character, why? For the smashing the mirror.
If we get caught, I don't want it to lead back to my master in any way,
Okay,
shape,
cool.
form, or fashion.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you're writing that.
And it's a magic contact mirror. I'm going to have to assume if I break it, it's going to break the magic on it.
Okay.
I'm going with DC Mirror Master logic here, okay?
Rogar, you note that once the thing seems to get close, get within a quarter of a mile, it actually.
How long
that's something
does it
you've never
take?
seen before.
How long does it take for him to do that?
What did you say, Flux? Once it got
For it to get close,
When
it took about 10 minutes.
Alright, and what exactly happened when it was at about a quarter mile?
It starts to do something you've never seen before. The soul starts to the half black soul covers over the rest of the white soul, and then starts to spread until it's all around you.
So like kind of like that smoke type stuff from the what came out of Kalaba?
No, it's like kind of like flat and spread around you guys. Kind of imagine. It kind of looks like you have a moat of soul around you now.
A moat of soul.
Do you
Alright.
relay that information?
Yeah, I'm relaying that because
All right, I'm gonna try something stupid. I'm gonna grab the rod of banishment and I'm going to point it at where he said
Remember,
it
the
was.
rod needs to touch something.
It's a melee type thing.
Yeah, the rod needs to touch to do its effect.
No, it didn't.
No, I've established that since you guys got the rod.
Yeah.
Then we're not in trouble. We're gonna have to retcon the entire encounter with what's her name.
I thought that
Because I
Montaro
was
opened up
not
close.
in melee range
It was Montaro
when
that
I
did it.
said I activated that. If you're gonna go with that, we got to retcon all of that
It was
because I
Montaro.
was.
No.
He said that from the fucking beginning.
I established from the beginning it had to touch someone. You touched someone when you tested it. So it assumed you touched what's Columbo.
No,
when
I
you used it.
specifically
You touched it and
said.
you used it against
I
the lich.
specifically said, and you never said you had to
Yes!
touch.
God damn it, Neotag!
I specifically said I was in the bushes on the other side of the road away
Yes,
from
and
her.
you guys were talking to Columba, and she got. You
Yeah,
were
it
talking
was
to Columba next to the
Montaro.
bushes.
It was Montaro that did
Yeah,
the
Montaro talked to Columba as she was next to the bushes.
I never
and you
said I
and you
got
hit
close to her.
No, he
I
did.
never
Montaro
said I
did
got
the
close to
banishing.
her.
Oh my
No.
fucking god! I am getting sick and fucking tired of all this fucking bickering, Neotag.
Stop
Just
bickering.
because you don't fucking pay attention to what Flux has been saying for several fucking games,
Okay.
you want to bitch and moan every fucking time we play.
Not
God
bitching.
damn it!
I'm not bitching.
Bullshit!
Okay, this is what happened. You were in the bush. That was like maybe 20, 30 feet away or so. Montaro went up to her and used the banishment rod on her, on Columba.
No, that's wrong.
Then I misremembered.
I'm
as well.
trying to establish what happened since apparently
You were in the fields. Okay, you stealthed into the fields. Montaro was talking to Columba, Columba distracting her as you got behind her in the fields. She was essentially, her back was to the field. You stealthed into the fields and then got her with the rod. She let out a scream. You guys got hit with the psychic damage, and the smoke came out.
okay. We'll go with that, but that's just for the record. That's not what Parn did in what I was trying to do with him. But okay.
That's not what you vocalized, that's for damn sure.
Doesn't matter. That's what happened. Okay, the rods are touch activated.
He's established that from when you bought the rod.
Okay, Red,
And
stop it.
I'm curious. When I said I never mind. I'll let it slide because there's another incident where clearly Parn was trying to use it from range, and
Yeah,
no
on
one
the
said it was a problem. On the Lich, I was going to use it from range, and you
didn't
never
use it
said
for
anything.
range, however.
No, I didn't
You-
get a chance to,
Yeah,
but
what's his name used it on the Lich by touching the Lich with the rod.
okay.
Okay, there's a mote of soul around you. It's pitch black darkness other than your campfire. You have the rod in your hand.
I asked Rogar, is it so it's all around us?
It's like all around us, Flux?
Yep.
Yeah, it's around
Alright.
us.
I basically use a cast of banishment on what I think is the soul around us.
Okay. Are you sticking the rod into the darkness?
Essentially sticking it, I'm basically holding out in front of me and casting banishment because apparently it's surrounding us.
Well, it is surrounding you on the limit of the darkness. Are you sticking the rod into the darkness?
I'm casting it as I stick it in so
Okay.
that when it touches, it casts.
Gotcha. You cast the rod, nothing happens. Give me a strength check.
And this is what I knew was going to happen. Strength save or strength check? Basically, a ability.
Yes, this is a strength check to hold the rod as it gets pulled from you.
Which we are at disadvantage.
15.
The rod is yanked from your hands and pulled into the darkness.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, is it like encroaching into the light of the fire, like getting closer, or is it like
No, it's
the light of the fire keeps it back?
remaining out in the shadow.
Okay. It seems like. Oh, wait a second. Fire, that's only like 30 feet, isn't it? The daylight thing has like a 60 foot. I'm just gonna I'm gonna activate the drift orb with the daylight spell, so 60 feet of light.
Activate the drift orb with the daylight spell. It shines brightly like a mini sun and shoots out daylight. You guys hear a deep scream, and you quickly see what appears to be a shadow, as it what appears to be like solid shadow as it retreats back into the darkness of the now newly established light.
Okay, so it's just running away from the expanded light.
Yes.
All right. What exactly? I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it if I have to. What exactly is the conditions we are in right now? And I mean that as in terrain. Are we talking
You're kind of
bushes?
in a
Are we
flat grassland area.
all right? Is there sticks and things around?
There's like small sticks and pebbles and stuff.
All right. Enough.
You have a small supply of sticks that you guys grabbed to start the campfire with.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm asking is there enough to build basically several campfires?
There's enough for maybe two additional campfires.
All right. Where did we see the shadow go in?
No, it retreated back to the newly established circle.
All right, fine.
You activated the daylight spell. It increased the radius of the radius that is now lit. It retreated.
Are you essentially
darkness?
when you explain the darkness? Are you essentially saying there's no dim light, there's bright light and darkness?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In a triangle formation, at the edge of the limit of the current bright light, I am going to put another campfire. And then I am going to, from that one, but from those two, I'm going to make a triangle with equal sides. And I'm going to build another campfire at that location. Essentially, while the bright light is activating, I'm making an area that will sustain fire all around. The bright light is touching each other.
Okay.
From the fire.
Gotcha. You go ahead and do that.
Right?
Okay, so does anything happen with the after the first fire gets lit? Does that seem to like push this darkness back, or?
Well, hold on, because the way I just heard was essentially Neo is creating a fire to maintain the radius that the daylight spell is currently creating.
Yes, that's it.
Right?
Does
It's not. You're not increasing the radius. You're just making it so when that daylight spell goes out, that the shadows aren't going back.
essentially daylight is twice the size of a normal campfire, which is 30 feet bright light, 30 feet dim light.
Okay,
We don't have any dim light.
That's only going for an hour.
Yeah.
So what I assume is you're essentially setting up a campfire so that radius will last for longer than an hour.
I want us to be able to get a rest, and the only way it seems like we're going to get a rest is if we have light. That I'm essentially setting up campfires so we can sleep and be able to survive the night with whatever the hell this is. Have I explained it properly? I have. I don't hear anybody. I'm scared.
Did you explain it properly?
Yes, did I explain properly what I was doing? And do I, as a survivalist, do I think it will work?
Yeah, you think it'll work. Carrie, did he explain it properly? Because you were the one who didn't seem to understand what he was doing.
Yeah, I kind of get it now. Basically, he created like a fireplace so that basically we have like a nice triangle area of 60 feet of light.
I basically made 3 campfires that we're going to sleep inside the center of. There's bright light enough to keep up the daylight radius. All right. Nightmare. All right. I'm going to say you two go to sleep. No, I need to be up. I'm going to go to sleep with Rogar. Nightmare, keep watch. In 4 hours, I'll relieve you, and you can get to sleep.
Okay.
All right, so I guess I'm asleep right by the fire.
Rogar and Parn go to sleep. Nightmare, can I get a perception check from you?
Sure. I'm sure I'm going to fail this one too. We've been doing so great.
I mean, we don't really have a choice right now in what we do.
Oh, whoops. No, I screwed that up. Ignore that one. Or not. I'm going to roll another one anyway.
Okay. You rolled a 5. You don't notice anything. You do note that it goes deathly silent. You hear nothing in the area.
All right. I start playing my flute.
You hear nothing in the area.
All right. I start playing my flute.
Okay.
You hear nothing. A silence spell was just cast on you.
Did
Sorry.
Did he say that nothing came out of my flute? No.
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I said you hear nothing. You said you play the flute. I said you hear nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just repeating the previous statement
No.
because of
No, you can't
Discord
hear
being
it.
stupid sometimes.
It's now deathly silent.
All right. I kick awake the other two.
All right, how long into the rest did this happen?
This happened about an hour into the rest.
Okay. You know what? I'm really tired of this. Not the situation. Parn's tired of this. He's just gonna fuck it. Maintain the. How long till daytime?
It'll be about. It's about an hour in, so it's about 6 hours till daytime.
I mean, it was evening. You said about 7.
You guys went. You guys would have
Traveled for 8
yeah,
hours.
You guys would have rested come about night. Then you guys went an extra hour past your own rest time.
No, it was 7 in the evening. We traveled for 8 hours. Then all this happened. It's been an hour, so
That's been
it's
an adventure.
early morning now.
No. Don't argue with me. Okay? I'm tired of this shit, Neo.
Fine.
I
See?
established the rules, okay?
Even Flux is
Don't-
starting
no.
to get pissed off with
No,
your.
Red. You don't butt in with this. Okay? You guys have been active for 8 hours. That's how travel time and even normal adventuring activities work. You guys eventually need to go to sleep. You guys worked an extra hour, that puts you 9 hours in. That's about 8 hours of night. And another hour was from Red's rest. You have 6 hours till daytime.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. I guess we stay awake, and we go to sleep in the sun. I don't know what to do anymore. Parn doesn't.
Okay, now since it's been about an hour, the drift orb is basically gone out,
Yes, the drift globe has gone out.
and the fires are still lit.
Fires are still lit.
Does it appear that the shadows are encroaching any further or staying at that distance?
It appears the shadows are staying at that distance. You note that when you were kicked awake, the shadow is back to being the shadow's gone out of its, the soul has gone out of its squished, out of its flattened state, and is back to half dark, half light.
Okay, so when I woke up, it went back to like half dark, half awake.
Yeah, once you woke up, when you woke up, you saw it was now in that state.
For the record, both me and Red have our key points back, I guess.
We've had our key points back for a while.
Didn't we use them up in the dungeon? Because we never rested after the lich, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna ask Rogar where the shadow is.
I'm going
I
to
mean,
point,
where the soul is.
I'm going to point at it. I'm going to mention to it.
Question: are they able to talk?
Nope.
Okay, hang
That's
on.
what I
So
thought.
Completely silent.
all right.
All
I'm gonna
right,
look at his face.
I'm going to poke Rogar, and then I'm gonna poke his eye. I'm gonna point at his eye, and then wave my hand out into the darkness, basically trying to gesture like, "Where is it?"
All right, I point to it, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on it.
All right, is it with 120 feet of us?
Yes.
I burn 2 key points and cast silence on its wait, let me see. I cast silence on that location.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
No.
Didn't think it would.
I didn't think it would either, but I think a silence for a silence is kind of acceptable. I like
Tit
at
for
this
tat at
point-
this point.
At this point, I'm just kind of being, all right, you cast silence on us. Okay, here's silence for you. Let's be dicks to each other because you refuse to actually come into this. All right. I'm gonna try and hide. I've got an idea.
Okay.
We're gonna hide in the campfire that we can't
In
get
the
out of.
in the tall grass. I'm basically grassland. I'm trying to find a place of grass that's higher and hiding into it for a second.
Okay, you find a small area of grass. near, almost near one of the edges of darkness, and you hide into it.
21 to hide. I think I'm stealthy. I'm gonna cast minor illusion on at the maximum range. What's the maximum range? Let me get my cheat sheet. Maximum range is 30 feet. 30 feet of me away from me, with another banishment rod. Okay, how do I explain this? Just outside of the darkness reach. Essentially, you'd have to reach in to grab me. You'd have to come out of the darkness, and I'm going to put it there. I'm gonna basically have it pop up from the grass, like I had traveled through the grass hidden, and now I popped up there.
Okay, and it's just standing there.
Yeah, it's just standing there as if it's about to cast the banishment again.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay. Anybody else have any ideas besides just staying awake?
And none of us hear you say that.
Here, you note that the half and half soul seems to be going now down beneath the ground.
Okay. I'm going to wave my hand to hopefully get Parn's attention.
I mean, I'm keeping one eye on the group and one eye on the illusion. So, can I see him waving?
Yeah, you can see him waving. Rogar, you see the soul starting to spread out once more.
It's starting to what?
It's starting to spread out once more.
Wave. My arm waves towards me more intensely.
It's now completely under you, encompassing you, but not on the ground. It's below the ground, completely encompassing you.
Hey, I'm gonna...
Just Rogar or all of us?
No, it's encompassing the area.
Oh.
Okay,
Of course, I don't know how Rogar is going to explain that to us with not talking.
We have parchment. I can write stuff. Also, I'm curious.
Hang
on.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take a torch. I'm going to light it in the fireplace. And I'm going to chuck it with all my strength in a direction towards the darkness. What happens?
So you chuck it into the darkness. It lays down and it hits the ground of the darkness and smolders there. You can see it in the distance.
Okay.
Better question is, does it set the grass on fire? Because that would set the grass on fire.
No, the grass doesn't seem to be very, very dry.
Oh, okay.
Does it push the darkness away as the fire got close to it, or no?
Yeah, the darkness isn't there anymore. It's light, so darkness isn't there.
What is the dim light back? That's what's important.
There's a very small bit. There's dim light connecting the two areas.
No, I mean out. How do I put this? All right, from our bright light, when he threw it out past our bright light, does it have dim light like a normal torch, or is it still just basically still bright light?
No, it's still basically bright out. Be connecting the two from your circle to the circle where he threw it. Connecting those two areas as a dim light, so you can kind of see it. It shining off in the distance. But past that, it's back to just darkness.
Okay.
So basically, we have a little pool. There's this one little island of brightness in a sea of darkness.
All right, not seeing anything happen with the illusion, I cancel it. Seeing Rogar wave his hands around, I come out of hiding and get back to the group. At this point, I'm just pulling out my sword and stabbing the ground. Then wait, did Rogar successfully use hand signals?
He's not explaining the.
All right, well then I'll wait.
Okay, I'm basically going to be pointing like all around us, about to indicate the darkness, and I'm going to be pointing below our feet. And at that point, I'm also going to hold my the chest area, roughly where the soul normally would be, and again point in the dark down into the ground.
All right, is this is up to the DM. Is this enough information for me to determine that the thing is under the ground?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh yeah,
No one's thinking straight right now with that exhaustion going on. So
Oh!
who is this man? Hold on. Who is this man in front of you, Parn? You're not sure who this guy is.
Okay, I'm just gonna make the hand motion of me like writing in my hand.
I
for
understood
paper.
it.
Yeah, I never understood it. Parn did not understand what's going on.
I don't want a meta game here, but at the same time,
Fascinated by the shiny fire now.
Okay, at the look at
the
it,
only one that has a magical weapon is Rogar. He's pointing at the ground instead of stabbing the ground with it.
like roughly how deep down can I tell that the soul is? Like is it close to the
It's,
surface or?
It's just below you. Like there's a very thin layer of dirt covering it.
Okay. I'm
Oh!
going to risk
Oh!
it. I'm going to take the magic long sword. Okay, and +1. Yeah, yeah, it's obviously magical, so it can change between a short and a long sword. So, in its long sword form, I draw it, and I like walk over to where it would be right above it. And do you want me to do like an attack roll or like a strength check or something to shove it into the ground?
Yeah, give me a strength check to pierce the ground.
I attack the ground, is what he's doing.
I dig the ground with my claws.
Okay. Okay.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah, give me a second to rationalize how this is gonna go. Okay, so you stab into the ground. Nothing happens, Rogar. Nightmare, you start digging into the ground with your claw.
I take a swipe. Just one
Oh.
swipe with my claws. I don't go full hog, dig.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I take a single swipe.
You swipe
I dig
with your
at the
claws.
ground.
You now have dirt under your claws.
All right.
I
Note
shrug.
that, Rogar, you note that the soul kind of split in an area, kind of created a hole where you stabbed.
So like a hole, and I fall down it.
No, the soul it opened a gap where you stabbed as you stabbed down, and then immediately reclosed once your sword was removed. You guys are all very entranced by the acts of Rogar stabbing the ground.
I'm gonna.
Especially Parm, the village retard.
I have gotten 2 zeros and 2 intelligent rolls.
And you're the leader?
Give me 1 second. I need to be right back.
Okay.
I mean, not for nothing, Red. The only reason I'm the leader of the group
It's because you
when
always want to do that?
He tends to be the most.
No.
He's,
if you would let me talk. No, when we started this, Sovik, I did not want to be the leader. Fucking Kiri can tell you. I outright said I don't want to be the one who leads of this group, and I tried my best not to be. And we sat around for about an hour, not doing anything, as Parn desperately just tried to be one in the crowd, and Sovik didn't want to be the leader. We were trying to get Zahn or Kiri to be the leader. And I will say this, Zahn and Kiri both have come a long way in role-playing. They have gotten a lot better at it since we started this campaign, but they didn't want to take the wheel.
Okay, I'm back.
So the only reason I'm the leader of the party is because no one else took the wheel.
Rogar, you know that the soul reforms back into half and half right below Montaro.
right below Montaro. Oh dear.
Rogar, as you think, oh dear, you see a spear, like a actual normal spear, come straight to the ground, stabbing right through Montaro.
I know his AC is like 18, I think.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we all got kicked awake.
No, you kicked awake. Nightmare kicked awake Rogar and Parm.
Yes.
Sarah returned to recharge mode. Montaro immediately went to sleep because Montaro bot was not needed without combat.
Okay, I'm going to rush to Sarabot and see if she's recharged.
Sarah bot wakes up. It starts mouthing words, but Sarah bot seems confused.
I basically grab Sarahbot's hand and bring her back to our group. Okay, the spike. It's probably retract. Is the spike still there, or is it retracted or something?
The spear is retracted.
Okay, I keep an eye out to look for where that soul is.
I gotta ask. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I gotta ask. Can you do an attack roll and a damage roll, please, so we know the extent of the damage done? Because right now I'm having a hard time visualizing and calculating what just happened to Montaro.
Okay.
Hence why I was bringing Sarah.
Just went through Montaro.
Yeah.
But game mechanic wise, give me a second.
So that's what I'm asking for, please. I know it's sort of metagamey, but it's the way the way you have your character understand how hurt another character is, and that's just I need that.
Okay, it's automatically a crit. You don't have to do like special clear last stuff. Cool.
Yeah, sleeping characters, it's auto crit. You
You
can
didn't
like
say coup de grace, so he's not dead. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it could be an auto coup de grace though.
No, it is an auto coup de grace because he's unconscious right now.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, anything done to an unconscious creature is considered an automatic crit.
okay.
Hey, coup de grace means crit now, not insta kill.
No, there's no coup de grace in
Oh.
5e. Any attack that hits a creature that's unconscious is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, so they've
No.
removed coup de grace.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Huh.
I'll be honest with you. There's several locations,
I thought
several
we did
times in
that
this
a few
campaign.
times.
I thought I was about to coup de grace somebody, and somebody told me no, and I was like, "Wow, I'm surprised this did." How many sessions is this, Kira?
This
You're
is
the
the-
one keeping track.
Oh, this would be session 13, I think.
How did coup de grace not come up till now? We've had people tied up, knocked out. Oh wow.
Yep, session 13.
Montaro's character sheet because I need to check something for this.
That broke my brain.
I just never thought of it. 5e is weird sometimes.
I just looked at the chat. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I have to imagine we came back in and all the little children were like, "Yay, our heroes!" The smoke came up. The children can't smell it yet. And just suddenly we all started puking on the kids.
I swear to God, he posted his character sheet.
I'm not seeing his character sheet, but we'll see how much this.
I think he has like comparable hit points to me.
I think
what's your comparable? What's your hit points, Rogar?
My hit point is. Give me a second to get to it. It is 48.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second.
we're level 5, dude. That's even if you rolled low, that's killing just about all of us.
Okay. Montaro's got a gaping wound through his chest right now.
Okay. Roughly, where is the soul? Is it moving about, or is it still under
The
Montaro?
soul is beneath Montaro.
Holy fuck. 68?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the closest bit of Montaro that's closest to me and start trying to drag him away, and have Sarah also try help with dragging, because
The biggest problem here is we're under a silence effect, and I've got an idea of what to do, but I can't do it.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my sword, and I'm gonna motion. I'm gonna stab the ground. My sword's not magic, but I'm gonna stab the ground and point to Rogar, and I hope he gets the message.
I take my.
Currently, Rogar's dragging Montaro away.
Yeah, I mentioned trying to drag Montaro away, along with hopefully Sarahbot figuring out help with dragging as well. Is the soul following us, or is
Yeah,
it?
the soul seems to be moving, following you. Give me a fuck. Yeah, Jesus Christ, I don't know how to roll this. Give me a fuck it. Let's do it down to a coin flip, I guess. Give me a 1d3. Rogar.
That's not a coin flip.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to make it a 50-50. Okay,
Not good.
1 second.
Oh dear.
So as you're dragging him away, the spear comes up through Montaro one more time.
So I think it's safe to say he's probably done. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got the moon
Yeah.
dropped on him. He's dead.
Shit, that would kill me instantly.
I grabbed
Because
Sarah.
Montaro is still unconscious. It's
Still
again a crit. So Montaro, yeah.
Montaro's.
You see Montaro's soul go up, and up it goes. It kind of floats there for a second, and then goes up to one of the lines leading up to the sky.
Okay. I grabbed Sarah.
Montaro is dead. All right,
Yep.
that's what Sophic gets for not being here. That's essentially what we just.
I
saw.
grabbed Sarabot and I rush us right back to the main group.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. All right, where's the soul? Oh, God, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not quite
After we
sure
get
right
back to the group, I'm going to quickly
Nope.
survey. Where can I see where the soul is? Is it still there or has it moved?
The soul's now under you, Rogar.
Oh God. I'm just going
Okay.
to start running. Running.
now. All right, I'm gonna ask a question. I'm going to pull out my immovable rod, and I'm going to put it in the air.
Okay.
I am then going to climb on it and
Okay,
try to
well-
stand on it.
Okay.
Does it work that way?
Yes,
it does. It does, except for one crucial step.
Isn't it like
Where-
a verbal?
Parn, the village retard, didn't hit the button activating it. So Parn
You know that? Okay, fine.
climb up the rod. But the rod seems to go down as Parn tries to pull it up, pull himself up on. Nightmare comes over, nudges Parn on the side, and points at the button on the side of the movable rod.
I put the rod back. I touch the button this
There
time.
you go. You
And-
click it now. It's in
and I
place.
stand on it.
Okay, cool. You're now standing on the rod. Give me an acrobatics check.
That's what I was thinking I was gonna have to do.
Remember disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. It's what's killing us right now. $12.
Okay, cool. You are now balancing precariously, but you're managing to balance on the rod.
Okay, I'm looking down. Do I see anything on the? Do I see any visible effect on the ground as I'm looking down?
You see a few holes in the ground where the spear came through, and where Rogar stabbed it.
Do I see like a darkness effect in the ground?
It's darkness. You can't see past it.
Oh, I'm gonna do something probably stupid.
I got my own idea of something stupid I might be doing.
Okay, well let's do nightmare first.
I'm gonna start digging in earnest.
Okay. So
Oh my God, we've done my
Okay,
idea
so-
first.
Expose the ground to the light.
okay, again, I want to point out. No, you can't point that out because you guys aren't relaying information to each other. Because you can't.
Yep.
Okay, so-
Yeah,
The
I
moment-
thought you said we had a chance to survive. You've pretty much built a not livable death trap.
I have a potential thought that might work.
Hold on. Because Rogar, because you're kind of running away from the shadow, or sorry,
I
from
like
the,
running in circles.
Yeah, you're kind of trying to keep away from it. You know that it stretches out once more. As you look around and you see Nightmare start digging, and it stretches back out into a circle and goes right under Nightmare. Nightmare, Where-
It's basically like so all of a sudden it's just starting to move away from me and going towards Nightmare.
it quickly moves away from you and goes
Oh,
right under Nightmare.
Would I have time to, like, as it's doing that, just to stab that magic sword into the ground one more time? And just
Okay.
leave it there. I'm not taking it out.
Wasn't what you should have used that time for. Rogar,
Yeah.
you stab him to the ground. Nightmare, you're fuck. Okay, so Nightmare, as you start digging down,
My character's not
you-
exactly the smartest. This is the best my
Yeah.
character can think of.
as your character digs down, you dig a little bit down and then hit what appears to be an already made tunnel under the area, and you fall into the tunnel, and you immediately are enveloped by darkness. You feel what feels like small hands covering, moving all over your body, grabbing bits, feeling bits, just covering you up as immediately you start feeling sharp stabs into you.
Can I do something seeing him fall down into that?
Yeah,
All
what are you
right.
gonna do?
See seeing the hole, I pull out the flask I still have, and oh God, can you use a command word item in an area of silence?
Is it use verbal?
No.
Nope.
Okay, so
I just drop a torch in, but I can't say anything.
I light up a torch and throw it into the hole. I'm gonna make a range attack roll. 'Cause that's all I can do. What is my range attack for thrown? It's Dex. Okay. See if I can make it. Now, attack rolls do not have disadvantage.
Yes, that's correct. They don't have disadvantage.
15. Do I make the hole and throw a torch in?
You throw the torch in. You throw the torch in. Nightmare, you are released from the shadow. You are bleeding profusely.
How much damage?
How much health do you have?
33.
Okay, yeah, you're at like 1,
Awesome.
and you're not in any state to get yourself out of that hole right now.
But at least there's light.
Yeah,
And at least 2 of us found out how this is happening.
as
there's
you're
a
down, as the light comes down there. Just thinking I could have been a dick. I could have. As the shadow goes away, Nightmare, roll to see how much fire damage you take. No. As you see the shadow visibly retreat back to the darkness that now surrounds you.
The biggest question is, do you have any of those healing potions left? Because I only have 1.
Rogar, you see the shadow reform into a half and a half again.
Okay.
No, I do not.
As I see that, I'm going to try, once it goes back to its half and half form, I'm going to take my sword and just actually take it out of the ground and go right above it and just stab it down as hard as I can, and I'm just leaving it there.
Okay.
All right, Kiri, we need to have a talk about attack rolls and how they do that.
Well, he's saying I had to use a strength roll because I'm not actually technically.
I know, but you can't pin someone with a sword unless it's a special situation.
It seemed to separate the soul, so I thought maybe it'll slow it down or something.
Okay, Carrie, roll for damage.
Okay, whatever.
Oh. So 11 damage.
Okay, you do 11 damage. Nightmare. So Rogar is standing over the soul, stabs down. You feel like you hit something, but that's about it. And then, Parn, are you watching Nightmare?
Yes, I am. I am watching Nightmare. He's got the torch now. Let me see. I'm trying to think here of what I can do. I'm running out of items and I'm running out of ideas.
Because as you watch Nightmare, you see. Hold on, where is it? You see a man step out of the darkness, walk over to Nightmare's, walk over to the torch tonight. That's affecting Nightmare. Snuff it, and Nightmare.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
does he
died.
do like the shush sound, like the shush motion as he puts it out?
No, he just snuffs it. He doesn't even look up at you. He just snuffs it, and you see the soul once again split, once again flatten out and cover Nightmare, where Nightmare was.
And now you see Nightmare's soul go bye-bye.
Yep, you see Nightmare's soul go up. You see Nightmare's soul kind of swirl around multiple times, then swirl around again.
You know,
It's swirl
fucking-
around again, and then
like no, Nightmare's got a fucking. He's like, Nightmare Soul's like, I got to do what my former body did. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna randomly go
Like,
to the
Nightmare
left, the
Soul just-
right.
Nightmare still just goes straight up. It doesn't seem to attach to any of the strands in the sky.
Yeah, that's something that Nightmare Cell will do definitely.
All right. I'm gonna light a torch, and I'm gonna motion for Rogar and Sarabot to just come with me.
Okay, we go by.
And I'm gonna hit the button on the thing. I'm gonna touch the ground, and I'm gonna start running.
Where are
I
we
don't
running?
care how many exhaustion levels we get. We've got to get to the city, I guess.
All right, we run to the city.
Yeah,
And hang
yeah,
on,
that's-
every like 50 minutes we relight another torch. Because I have like 8.
No, torches last for an hour.
Yeah,
They're-
like-
as long as. No, actually, how long does
They
the
last
torch
an hour.
before they-
1
That's
hour.
fine. I'm gonna have Sarah bot every hour touch a stone I have and cast a light spell as well.
So
So
that's 60 feet. Oh wait, no, that's
Sarabot wakes up, and now you know that once you start running, you leave the area of silence. Sarabot wakes up. Sarabot has prepared restoration spells,
yes. Restoration, please.
and it pokes itself, pokes Parn, it pokes Rogar. You guys are no longer exhausted.
Okay.
all right,
Thank you,
so
Sarabot.
let's
I
go-
freaking love you.
Let's go get to town.
Running. So do we want to do like an athletics check, or how do we want to?
No, it's just movement
Conscience.
now.
It's what?
Wait.
Oh yeah, con check.
Yes.
You really want to okay?
So basically,
Con check. You guys still haven't had a rest, so you need a con check to keep traveling.
all right, but that'll just bring us.
She removed you at the first levels of exhaustion.
No, then we're back down to 0 level because we only had
Yes.
1 level.
Mhm.
Yes, but you still haven't rested, so you're still doing forced march actions.
But at least it's
Okay.
not disadvantage.
No longer disadvantage.
16.
Okay, so that's another hour. You guys are good.
Okay. Okay.
You know the soul is following intensely behind you guys.
And are
if
you
think
really gonna make us roll
Yes,
for
You guys-
6 hours? All right,
can
let's
hear the
fuck it.
distance-
Huh?
You can hear in the distance the sound of the earth being pierced.
All right, fine. I say we go ahead and roll 5 more times and get on with this.
Okay, roll again.
Not good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fucked.
You guys don't make it to Terrace Mindal, but you make it. You keep running until you feels like your heart's about to get out. You were fucking exhausted to no end. You're both at like. You both.
I
at
only
least-
failed 1 of them, didn't I? I failed 2.
hmm
You failed too.
I failed 3.
You're at 3rd level. Rogar, you're at 2nd level.
Okay.
But
Alright.
it's now daybreak.
Okay.
The beautiful of day.
All right. How sunny is it right now?
Does the sun,
Bright, nice and sunny.
does the rising
Yeah.
sun fill us with morale?
You know that at some point the spirit stopped following you.
Like, when exactly did the spirit stop following
About
us?
shortly before daybreak.
All right.
But you didn't. Well, actually, you guys haven't been. I'm not gonna look. Are you guys stupid? Are you guys the stupid horror people who constantly keep looking back? Or are you
No,
people
I'm
that
just
keep
running.
Yes.
I'm running.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm not a
well,
stupid horror
okay.
person. I'm just running.
So Parn, you're the person who looks back. You don't see anything, however, but Rogar, you kept looking forward. You don't know. You note that when you look back, it's not there anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not back there. It's not back there.
Spare us. I was trying to spare us 1 roll. If it quit before
You
we
wouldn't have
need
been able
make
to tell.
that final exhaustion roll. That's what I was trying to do, but it didn't work out.
You wouldn't
Um,
have been able to tell anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, but you would have. But you looked forward, so it didn't work out. Fuck it.
Okay, so it's daybreak. The thing's gone away.
Alright, we're going to...
2 party members are now dead.
Well, we were going to have dead party members one way or the other, apparently. Well, actually, yes, that was true. It was a question of if the whole party was going to wipe or not.
It's still a question. It's still a question of if you guys are going to die or not.
Yeah,
So how far from Terrace Mindal are we?
no.
An hour or two. from
No.
here. You can see the village. You can see the town distinctly on the distance.
We are going to sleep for 8 hours. Right now, well, you're gonna sleep for 8 hours. Sarabot's gonna sleep for 8 hours. Sarabot's gonna get 2 more. Gonna get a full round of restoration spells back. I'm gonna sleep for 4 hours. No.
You fill out the you punch out the little holes in the scantron that you have to put into Sarabot for her spell slots. The slot she needs. You feed them into Sarabot's mouth, and Sarabot goes to sleep.
All right.
It makes the dial-up sound as you feed it in, however.
All right. In the morning, well,
In about noon now.
about noon, everybody's
Actually,
up.
But yeah.
Yeah, everybody's up. I tell Sarabot to cast restoration on all of us again.
So that brings me to level 1 exhaustion.
And me
Sarah-
and
Sarabot ejects the scantron. It turns out you actually filled it, scratched in the bits for create water. As Sarabot creates a shit ton
Red
of water.
Fox said.
please
Portal.
no. I
No.
actually
Okay, fine.
Red Fox said.
No.
Nightmares.
You correctly filled out the scantron for Sarabot, and she restores you guys from fatigue.
All right. So Sarah and me are at 0 level, so we are fine. Sarabot and me are fine. Rogar is still at 1 because we only reduced it by 2, and he was at level 3.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time to get to town.
Yeah. Let's go to town.
Our story, Parn is lamenting the loss of lamenting the loss of one of his friends, and
Quick question, just to make sure. Who had the dragon tooth? Is that still on Montaro?
I thought we
Yeah.
gave that up.
Yeah, that was
Montaro wouldn't
Montaro
give
had
it. Montaro wasn't giving it to anybody,
Yeah.
so we lost that. So, yeah.
But we still are in the tournament.
Yes, but now the ticket, Parn. I'm gonna ask it. Seeing Montaro die, knowing that the tooth was basically just he had it hooked, he had it in his hands at all times unless he was fighting. Can I say Parn ran over, grabbed the tooth, and then ran?
no.
Please.
What do you guys think? I'm cool. I'm cool either way. What do you guys want to?
I was
seeing as the
I
tooth
was dragging
was-
him, so theoretically, wouldn't I
The
have been the one to
tooth
grab
is
it?
not so big; it would be a hindrance.
He had it hoisted on his back. It was large enough for that, so yeah.
Yes, but it could also fit in my bag. We already established that. So I literally could have grabbed the
Oh, okay.
tooth and shoved it in.
That's right. That's right. You are correct, Neotag. We did discover that.
Okay, then you have the tooth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put the dragon tooth on my sheet with the 500,000 other things I have on my sheet.
Okay.
500,000 other things you will lose.
So, as we walk towards Terrace Mindal, there are like any guards outside that we gotta like sign in to get into the city, or?
No, just normal guards, but
It's
no
an
restricting people.
right, Carrie. Just for the record, because I don't want us having to duck the guards every time we this is considered a neutral ground, correct?
Yes, Terrence Mindal is considered neutral ground right now.
Until the end of the tournament.
So even if Empire people are there, they're not going to act at will. Okay?
Yeah,
And we
I mean,
have
you kill someone in Terrace Mindal, you're still you
Yeah.
know, getting judgment, but it's a clean slate area kind of right now. So
and we have Empire travel papers. So even if we were stopped, unless besides the assassin that got sent after us. Clearly, I doubt we have an all-purpose warrant. Okay, I don't know. I'm just trying to say I don't want to have to turn this into a duck mission, even though I'm the stealth guy.
Well, actually, no. You guys did kill someone. That's why the guy was after us.
You see a duck next to the lake. Do you
Yeah,
wish to turn this into a duck mission?
All
Acquire a young duck. The duck starts
All
running.
right,
Get it. Athletics check.
all right. I'm gonna head back to.
Okay, you fail your own duck mission.
You know, I just realized, was that a force effect? The spear, or was it just like a literal spear?
No, it was a spear.
Okay, never mind.
It was a little fucking spear. It had a bit of what we seemed to be a bit more magical for how much effect it did, but it was just a little spear.
Oh, because I was suddenly realized that Red was the one that had the magical brooch, and I was wondering if maybe that could have helped him at all.
No. What happened?
No.
To Red was not, what happened to Red was not a force effect.
All right, so we lost the brooch.
Yep.
You still have the deck. Maybe. Hold on. You can bring him back. Use the deck.
No.
Do it. You could save them. Use the cards.
At the same time, I don't
Here's
want
the
to die.
thing. Here's the thing.
Trust in the power of the cards.
No, I didn't know. You know what? Of the bad cards, death is actually one of the best outcomes.
Yeah, like the
Like,
worst.
don't know that.
Parn doesn't. Well, I don't want Parn to get trapped in a crystal, then buried in a dungeon, and then left there.
Actually, you
for
don't know that
10,000
because
years.
fifth ed. Okay, first of all, in fifth
I know,
ed, or
I
four-
don't.
in
I was saying that out of
3.5
character.
3.5 and 4.0, the deck of many things changed dramatically, and I don't have a clue on how it changed in fifth.
I've
so
read the
you
deck.
don't-
They still do that.
Oh, okay.
It's still the deck of many things. Its intent is
It's
still
the
same.
ultimate troll thing.
It's still gonna.
Does it still have to level up automatically?
Yeah.
I know it has like it gives you 2 ability points, but you can only put it onto 1 ability. I know that.
Here it is. Dungeon. You disappear and become entombed in a state of suspended animation and an extra dimensional spear. Everything we're wearing or carrying stays behind. You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the spear. You can't be located by any divination magic, but a wish spell can reveal your location of your prison.
Yeah. So overall, but Parn doesn't know anything that the deck does. All he knows is that it can apparently create pants, and that the Lich was kind of afraid of it.
I'm my pants.
The
Oh,
pants,
actually,
however, actually, no. Pants
he
are
drew
pants were
from the
lost.
other deck.
No,
He
they
didn't
were-
draw from the deck of many things.
You don't know.
Well,
You don't know what deck he drew from.
I thought I did because
No,
you said
the Lich suspected one of the decks to be the deck of many things. He didn't know which one and was afraid to test it.
And I found a pair of
Yes,
pants.
Nightmare drew from one of the decks, got a pair of pants, and then lost those pants, throwing them into an angry crowd, thinking it would establish rules of governance, which it did not.
You know what? If the worst case happens and this thing comes back in town, you know what? I promise I will draw from the deck as many times as I can till I get the void and I destroy the entire world we're in right now. How about that?
No.
Oh no! The void steals your soul. I thought one of these.
There's no bit of the deck of many things that destroys the world.
This is
I
not
thought-
fatal.
Just
I
destroys
thought
you.
one of these basically ends existence.
No.
No, it does not have the fatal spell.
Oh, the fates. I'm thinking of the fates. Fabric unravels, spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase any one event that happened.
How
To
many
make it
plot
where
lines
it's
would be
never
just a cabal of people just rolling the deck of many things, trying to destroy the world if that was an effect?
How many cards are in each deck?
You can count about maybe 20 in one of them, and about
Because if it's a deck of 22 cards, it's the special one. If it's not the special
You
one.
count about 20 in one of them and about 14 in the other.
Ooh, then a lot of the worst of them aren't there, but that means a lot of the good ones aren't there either.
I don't know that.
Okay.
You don't know shit.
You just know
Okay.
pants. You know these are decks of pants.
All
That's what
right,
this is afraid of.
we go to the end, and
Oh, hello. Hello.
oh,
Welcome to Torgo's Inn.
Hello, Togor.
Yeah.
How are you?
Sorry,
were-
Togor.
Togor. I
you
said
messed up
Togor.
we signed one of your things. We just finished our damn quest. Lost two of our
Did I tell more of
companions.
you? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, can we use the room now?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
It's all booked out until the end of the games.
I spread the word of Togor's Inn.
Yeah, and
Like,
Pard's
like
gonna
religion.
say,
Don't- just like spread the word like sponsorship. Don't spread it like a religion. I don't need that.
Yeah, we
and
told him like
Pard's gonna pop his head back down the stairs and say, yeah, he wouldn't shut up about it to these people in a town controlled by a lich. It was very annoying how every time we talked to them, he started mentioning your inn. I tried to explain you just want us to say it if we win on the platform at the games, but he wouldn't listen.
Well, that's okay. If you guys lost somebody, there's a bunch of backup adventurers who would be happy to join in a team ready for the games.
guessing they lost their teammates as
Would-
well.
Would you happen to know the location of these?
You just go to any tavern, you'll probably find some.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go to sleep now. We've been
No,
running.
It's evening. It's not bedtime yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a ration. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm going to sleep.
Okay, bye. You guys go to sleep and wake up refreshed in the middle of the night. You guys sleep longer until actual daybreak.
Yeah. Sleep.
Fix your sleep rhythms. Okay.
No, I'm going to wake up Rogar and I'm gonna ask him, do you see a soul under the ground anywhere?
Do I see a soul under the ground, or at least a similar soul?
You see a shit ton of souls around you. But
Do I
you don't
see that
them.
one?
You don't see any half souls. Half souls.
I don't see any of those kind of souls, nor do I see any like solid
All right,
black ones.
I'm gonna ask. I need a mechanical question for his soul vision.
Mhm.
We've already established he could see through walls, correct?
Yes.
With it. All right. So does he get the full 2-mile sight with the soul vision? How far? We've
it
already
depe-
established
it
he could
depe-
see about
okay.
a mile.
It depends. In an area where there wasn't anything blocking it, it's kind of like light pollution. Yeah. In an area that there wasn't anything else, he could very clearly see for a long distance. In an area like a town where there's a bunch of other things, he can't see that far out.
Oh, so kind of like
What's his limit?
He could see about from the inn room. He could see down to the bottom of the inn and a little bit out onto the street.
all right. So basically, it's kind of like looking up at the night sky in a city versus like in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
All right, no, I'm gonna have Rogar and Sarahbot come with me.
Beep boop, Sarahbot. Need more restoration spells?
No, not right now,
We're good.
Sarahbot, but thank you. If
Trying to
if
stand
you
by.
could if you could prep healing spells, that'd be great.
Fill out.
Wait,
Scantron.
no, Sarahbot doesn't need to prep healing spells.
Sarahbot dispenses Scantron.
Yeah, I got I have a cleric cheat sheet. Let me open it real quick.
Beep boop. Insert spell request.
I
I
like
am Sarabot,
Sarahbot.
insert girder.
Beep beep boop. Running low on alcohol. Need more to recharge Sarahbot.
After what happened last night, yeah,
Alright,
we
I
should just drink to our
request-
friends.
I request bless, detect magic and detect good and evil. Hey,
I
and
don't think Sarah
guiding
can
bolt.
detect magic.
How many? Let me. Oh god damn it! This is weird. Now I have to do something else real quick.
Beep boop.
5. This is weird. I am requesting my friend's spells. Cleric level 5 has At any one time, spells known, spells known, spells known. You have so that's. She would have 8 spells prepped. No. Yes. 5 plus no 7. She has 7 spells prepped.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with bless. I'm gonna go with detect magic, detect evil. Okay, Sarah Bot, I hate you, but I love you. I'm gonna go with guiding bolt. Where is it? And I'm gonna go with shield of faith. That's how many? 5 now.
I don't know. Beep boop.
Okay, let me. Okay, I'm gonna count them now because I am really starting to. Sarabot is really great, but really weird.
Beep boop. Sarabot confused.
1, bless.
Beep boop. Sarabot was just doing things to benefit party as plot required.
Yeah.
Beep boop, please. Just don't. This isn't a request spell effect.
Fine, I will stop doing this, but.
Beep boop. Sarabot was just here because you guys fucked up too much. Beep boop.
Yep.
Plan for any of this stuff. Stop requesting things.
Yeah, we shouldn't have stopped at all. We should have just kept going. But then we would have been hunted the next night.
Yeah, we would have been. No,
You guys
we
are
were gonna
still being hunted.
as far as we know, we're not, and that's how we're gonna act. All right. I kind of want to stall until 10 because
It's
Sovik said he might
It's
be
10.
here.
It's 2 minutes. to 10.
Sarabot starts chiming. Bing bong.
Besides,
All right. Fuck it. Let's go back to sleep until the morning, I guess.
All right. I just take one more look, and it's clear.
Sarabot
so-
shutting down.
All right. No scary
you
evil
guys
soul.
get like two hours of extra sleep and wake up in the morning.
Everybody's cleared of exhaustion. Everyone's good. Well, everyone that's left.
Nightmare's not good.
nope. Montaro's not good either.
Montaro's definitely not good.
He had the moon dropped on him.
Montaro got fucked up. A gaping wound through his chest.
2 gaping wounds through his
2.
chest. All right. Now,
And I got clouded daggered.
I'm gonna ask the Rogar. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Rogar, so I think we should check in at the games office first. Find out about replacement party members, what the rules are, and then go find some. What do you think?
That sounds good.
So maybe go to the local church and say a prayer for our fallen friends.
That goes without
Well,
saying.
Well, one of our
churches.
what?
I don't think they're trusted churches.
You know, I said I was basically saying for one. No, this isn't for them. This is for us to mourn, for us to kind of say, please guide their soul, blah blah blah, but not nightmare because part of nightmare were oil and water.
My 2 prison buddies are gone.
Okay, whatever. All right. What's the biggest religion in oh right, that's Corvus.
Yeah, the religion of Corvus.
Corvus. Are there any churches that aren't Corvus in this town?
Small, very small churches of not Corvus.
Yeah, this is a non-denominational church.
They're mostly Corvus.
I don't think going into a church right with you guys is going to be safe.
Fine. I say a silent prayer for the friends, and I say I'm not going into an Empire church because reasons.
I do a silent prayer to the Dragon Pantheon. Which also included...
Give me a second. I've got to
Don't have
update.
a pantheon.
I have 1 flask of oil. I've got 5 torches. I lost my banishment rod. You know what? I'm going to go back to the little imp stall. Is he still there?
Who?
The guy who was selling the rods of banishment.
Oh no, he is conspicuously absent.
Is the store disappeared? Does it look like the store was never there?
Yeah, there is no one there.
Well, you guys are screwed.
Well, that was kind of the point. He wanted to get rid of the rods of banishment, then that's what happened.
What's in the place of the store? Is it just an empty
It is
lot?
empty.
It is empty and it has stayed empty.
No
All right,
one is-
that's
No one seems to want to take over that area.
yeah. There something bad happened there, and bad.
Do I sense
Okay.
bad juju?
Okay. I'm gonna gather up the head. I'm basically getting everything prepped. I've got the head of the lich, I've got the robes, I've got the books, I got the orbs, I got everything. And let's head to the games office.
Okay.
But as we're going, Sarahbot, I need guidance.
Okay. Beep boop. Boop.
Boop,
Guidance applied.
boop. Alright, what's my guidance number?
Beep boop. You have to roll that.
2. Okay.
I thought it was Spellcaster that rolled it.
No, actually, in the book, it's you put it on them and they roll it. But Zod's been getting, yeah, that's how it is for most of the cleric spells that add a roll. Zod's been doing it wrong, and he's been rolling it for us.
Huh.
That's how health potions are now. You give someone a health potion, you don't roll it, they roll it.
That's different.
What? Actually, I think it works better because it's implied that the effect is on you. You have to trigger it. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's different. Which is fine.
21 perception check while we're walking. I am looking for any suspicious looks. I am looking for any indication that we are being followed. I am looking at any guards that seem to recognize us with shock. That sort of thing as we're heading there.
No one seems to be looking at you, but you do note a crowd around the teleportation circle area. It's an agitated crowd.
Okay, I'm gonna hate to do this, but I'm gonna walk up to the crowd and ask what's going on.
What do you mean it's not working? I have places to go to. There's a
I
bunch
don't
of
even have
people
to ask.
shouting. There's a bunch of people shouting as what appears to be a well-dressed man is explaining that the teleportation area for the city seems to be down. They have people looking into it, but it's down right now. Any travel will have to be through the roads.
Okay.
Think it back. We probably should have taken that redirect orb with us.
No, we kept the orb of go and back, and if the redirection orb is disabled, like we were told it was,
We weren't
could
told
still
it
use
would
it.
work. That's more of an implied what we might think might happen.
yeah, you rolled high enough. He said that it's still magical, and you feel like it would work if you tried it. The orb
Oh
of
yeah,
go.
right,
That's what I
right.
had you
He
check.
did, right.
I didn't have you check the redirect orb. I had you check the orb of go. I love my names. All right, heading to the office. Are we successful in getting to where? I'm going to walk up to the guard. Where do we report in on a successful mission?
Oh, I guess we should move it to you go back to the judges, to the officiators.
All right, I say we're back. You sent us on a mission to kill a lich that was supposedly harassing a town. Soon as we got there, we found out that it was a trap. The lich had let this call for help be put out because he wanted, as he put it, fresh bits. He had apparently enslaved the town, and I'm going to pull out the books I had and hand them to the judges. He had enslaved the town and was using it as basically a human farm where he was creating flesh golems. We fought a giant pair of hands made up of many people. We saw operation rooms where he was storing body parts. Uh, he he challenged us to a set of tests. If we passed them, he would show us where his what's it called again? A phylactery?
Phylactery.
Where his phylactery was. Of course, we didn't trust him, but we didn't really have a choice, and he had marked us and said if we had left the town, we would have died. Sorry, I'm really stuffed up, and I need to go blow my nose, but I want to get through the story first.
One of the officiators hands you a tissue.
Let me think. All right. Where did I stop? Oh, yes. We had to fight a pair of magical hands who cast quite a few spells on us and nearly took my friend Montaro down.
Where is your friend?
He died. Oh, God. Okay, this is something we didn't talk about, but I'm gonna have to lie here. No, I'm not doing this. This is out of character. This is what I'm saying. Out of character. The last 3 sentences. Kiri, this is something we didn't talk about. I need to know. Okay, I can't tell the truth, so I'm just gonna wait for Rogar's reacting. He unfortunately, along with the cat monk, died in the next encounter after we defeated the hands, which were not easy as they seemed to be just a pair of gloves, which were incredibly hard to hit and casting magic spells at us every chance it got.
I basically
The next fight. Oh, I am sorry. I must go back. Says we were told there would be tests. We weren't told they were all combat. When we first encountered the floating hands, it started doing magic tricks. We thought this was as the Lich was very
office kilter.
With Ghost of Nightmares harassing you. No.
And the Lich was very upbeat for an undead creature. He seemed even joyful. We thought he was tricking. He thought he was playing with us, so we tried to do a magic trick with him, thinking we had to do magic with the hands, and then it attacked us. And then we had the battle I described. The next battle, we did not give it a chance. It was on top of a giant canvas, almost
big
like
drum.
Rogar. It was almost like a big drum, like my companion said. We did not allow these giant 2 flesh golems, as big as this room is. Is that a fair assessment of this room, Flux?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 of them as big as this room. We immediately, once there, we attacked. The Lich screamed, "No! You're supposed to let them play the drum!"
Nearly conveyed the Lich's confidence and swag.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we quickly took down the 2 hands. Lich, angry at us, said we had passed the tests and can now go find his phylactery. Of course, he didn't tell us how and dropped us into a dungeon. In the dungeon, there were many skeletons, many bodies, and gems all around. Any one of them could have been the phylactery. We did not know, but we knew if we touched the wrong one, something bad was bound to happen. Through my friend's clever skills with magic, we were able to detect which one it was, find it, and destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Once it was destroyed, we, using a magical object we had gotten in town after doing research at your wonderful library, were able to use that to kill the Lich in one vast blast. Afterwards, we went to the villagers. We burned down his lair, leaving all but these books we give you, and the remains of the many people. We gave them a massive funeral pyre, so that no one may use his secrets again or whatever he learned. And after that, we went to the townspeople. We told them they are free, and then tried to establish a government for them, as they did not have one for many, many years. The Lich bragged that he was 500 years old. We don't know if he was telling the truth or not. At that, the villagers got into an argument. We tried to help them with their government. They said they didn't need our help. So we wished them well and left. It took us... When we used the orb, something weird happened. We didn't appear in town. We have since found out that your teleportation system is down.
Yeah, we found out that there was apparently a redirect orb.
Was it?
Like...
I heard Red Fox do his fucking face pop.
A redirect orb?
Yeah, basically, while it was active, it was basically redirecting all teleportation to like this area, maybe like a half day away from Terrace Mindal. We were able to determine though that the thing has been completely deactivated. There's no more magic in it, so that hopefully should allow teleportations to work.
I pipe up. Yes, and it was a hard travel from that to get to town, but here we are. We took a day and a half at the end to recover from everything. We, unfortunately, as you have seen, lost two of our friends, and as our final effort of proof, here is the Lich's robes, and I unwrap the robe, and here is his head. Well, his skull, as you could say. I hope our story has been sufficient to prove that we completed the task you set out for us.
Very well. We will acknowledge that you completed the task. We will mark down the task. You will get points for the task, and for the time taken. We will investigate the stories of this redirection orb. It's not allowed to cheat other challengers, but some groups try. They may have tried to put the redirection orb down to increase the travel time of all other groups coming back.
I have
very seriously.
I have a request, sir. I am actually concerned about the village in question. May we keep this orb that sent us to that town to check up on them after the games?
Very well. We do not need it anymore.
Thank you. I guess I'll keep the orb that brings us here too. I would appreciate that. I have a difficult question to ask now. What are the rules on replacing party members? Are we allowed to do that, or is it just
allowed
us?
to actively replace your party members as long as one initial member of the group still stands?
Thank you. It has to be the same number as before, correct?
Yes.
Well, thank you, sirs. I hope you have a good day. We must go recruiting, it seems. And with that, I give a little bow, and then I start to leave.
Mm-hmm. Would you happen to know where we might find such people?
Just wave their hands. Any tavern will have them in droves. They come here like scavengers to join off of more adept adventurers.
Thank you. I bow and head off as well.
Sarahbot bows and heads off as well.
Sarahbot is confused. She thought she saw her original controller here for a second, but then disappeared.
Okay, well, we still have an hour to play, but I honestly want to ask, what do y'all want to do? I know we could get Red back. You just want to have Red come with a new bot, and that's Sovic bot?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we do then. I'm gonna fuck it, Rogar. I say we head to the nearest tavern, get a
Yep.
drink, and then
Get a drink.
put a rope.
Congrats. Basically, praise our friends off and hope they go off well, and get our new allies.
Okay. That's what we do. Where's the... All right, I'm looking for an adventurer's inn. I'm looking for something that's clearly built for travelers.
This is a town during an adventure event. Every
Yeah,
adventure
they're all made for adventures. Yeah, I realized it after I said it.
at the county fair. Let's try to find a farmer inn. They're all farmer inns.
Can we
Things that
take
were
a
not previously are now farmer inns as well.
Can we take a 5-minute break? I really need to blow my nose, get a drink, and use the restroom.
Sure, I actually need to get some dinner. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay. So, Red, what do you think the odds are that either Zahn or Sovic will-
Sarabot controller has come back.
Yes, and by the way, Red, if you are still here,
I'm still
Yes.
here. I've been here the whole time.
I lied. Yes, I'm not gonna fucking tell the judges that Assassin tried to kill us because I don't know what it means yet.
Come back, son.
Hi, Zahn. You didn't die.
Hey, Zahn.
Oh God, Zod's here. If only Sovic was here too.
Sarabot has returned.
So,
Sarah lived.
Zon, are you actually here? Can you hear us?
Yeah,
Sarabot maintains control.
We can't hear you if you can hear us, dude.
Actual Sarah shall be repressed. Sarabot is now true Sarah.
I was gonna get up and use the restroom, but I'm waiting to see if Zon's here because I want to explain some things.
Well, go to the
fuck
restroom and wait.
Yeah, no, Red, will you explain if when Zon pipes up, please?
That's if he's back when I'm back, because I'm gonna step away and use the bathroom real quick too.
Take it from the fact that he's not here, he's not back. No one's here. I'm alone.
Ah, that's better. Ow. God damn it.
That was loud, Red.
I hit a button on my headset that turned on my music, and seeing as iTunes was open before I plugged in my headset, instead of playing the music in my ear, it came out the main speakers. Because Windows 10's weird that way.
Hey, Zon?
You guys,
Hi, Zon.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Steamed hams.
You actually here, or are you like on a phone somewhere?
yeah, I'm just wrapping up, and I managed to grab some Wi-Fi. I'm just checking in on you guys. I saw a message saying "Rip Montaro, Rip Nightmare." So you know.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else want to describe it, or do you mind if I do?
Yeah, you can do it.
All right.
I gotta rework my character sheet file.
What happened was after we finished up the Lich stuff. We burned down his cave. We did a bunch of stuff with that. We tried to give the villagers democracy, and they threw it in our face. We used the orb to go back. We got redirected about a day and a half outside of Terrace Mendal, and how do I say this? We got attacked. We essentially were attacked by a living shadow, as far as we know. And it finally, after a lot of rigmarole with us and light spells and light torches, which Sarahbot, which is your affectionate nickname when you weren't here, was really helpful with her light spells. I just want you to know that. After that, when he finally attacked, he put a spear from the ground through Montaro and did about 70 damage. And Montaro was down. We were unsuccessful in getting Sarahbot to bring Montaro back up in time. And Montaro got another spear. That killed him.
Yeah, he took like almost 150 damage.
Yeah, he took about 150 damage in the end. We did a bunch of stuff that you don't really need to know. I jumped on my movable rod. Rogar stabbed the ground a few times, nicking whatever was under there. Wait, we know what was under there. It was a guy. It was a guy digging tunnels underneath the ground. He seemed to be able to move freely. Through the ground. Red, in a fit of stupidity, but also trying to be brilliant, decided to dig.
Hey, I knew it was a really stupid thing to do. My character didn't know any better.
Red, would you like to tell Zon how you died?
I dug a hole, and then I fell into another hole that was dug, and the darkness attacked me.
Yeah, he got chopped up by the darkness. I threw a torch in there when he had 1 HP left, and we saw a man come out of the ground, walk to the Red, snuff the torch, and then kill him. He died. At this, I said, fuck it. Fuck the exhaustion effects, because we had already gone 1 exhaustion from over travel, and we booked it. We got to Terrace Mendal. It got to be daytime, and the half soul, which is all we really saw, was on seeing a half black, half white soul attacking us. We got there, and he's left us alone since. We've reported to the game.
Sorry, I think losing connection.
Yeah. Did you get most of it, though? Whatever. All right. Everybody here?
Yeah, at least those that I think they're here. Red?
It's
I'm
Flux.
here.
I
Flux?
don't think Flux is back.
Oh, thankfully, I still have the drift globe. I took it with me. It recharges.
You didn't say you set it up to float, so yes, you still have it in your possession.
I basically was holding onto the thing.
Yeah.
Nayatrabout AM says, and Roger and Knuckles, did you get the gist of how they died, dude?
You know, we...
See, here's the thing. Sovik's not the type to be pissed off that his character died while he wasn't here. Because he knew what it meant to play, and he's not here.
I mean, worst case scenario, he might be a bit annoyed, but that would pass by relatively quickly.
I mean, honestly, it is kind of our fault his character died. When Red said he woke us up, he should have said all of
Flux
us.
is being rather pedantic on that one. But, hey, we worded poorly.
I mean, it's not Red's fault. It's not really Red's fault either, because... Well, I mean, I don't blame you for it because it is just Kiri and me that we're talking.
Yeah,
So
and
as-
so I ended up just saying you two, not thinking of the others because
Yeah.
they weren't here. I should have just said everyone.
I'm thinking Flux kind of threw me a bone when he let me rescue Sarabot.
I honestly, dude, I think we were pretty fucked.
All
I'm-
things considered, we survived, so...
I'm a little. I'll be honest. I hope that was the fuck us moment that Flux was talking about. I hope there's not another one.
At least nothing for another
I'm
couple of
pretty
levels.
sure there's going to be another one
Well,
because
no,
you guys aren't dead.
yeah, that's the thing. Flux outright said this is not a everybody dies. This is a some of us are gonna die. And as long as that's the case, I kind of hope it's over. At the same time, I was really hyped for Greg. I'm glad Parn's still alive, but I was really hyped for Greg.
Yep. We still at least have one Ura monk with us.
I mean, not for nothing, I'm kind of glad we don't have two monks because I do agree with Flux. When it came to that drum fight, it was kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
That we essentially
Didn't
both
help that he
got-
rolled a 1 on initiative.
It's kind of bullshit that we both were able to stun the hands. I think at least one of the hands should have been able to start the drumming.
Well, the thing is he rolled crap.
Sometimes you hold rolled crap, sometimes you don't. So I'm probably gonna get to stay. My monk, I'm happy with that, but all that means is when Graham eventually comes into the party, he'll be a higher level. And I would like to apologize to both Red and Flux. Since Flux isn't here, it's signed to mean, but I do apologize that we got into heated arguments.
All right.
Oh, wow. That fills me with such confidence that you took my
Sorry, I
apology
am
well.
busy typing stuff right now.
I'll just take the fact we got out of the live as a win. A partial
All
win,
right,
but a win.
I think Flux is taking a little bit longer.
I'm eating. Give me a sec.
Fair enough. Flux, did you hear me apologize?
Yeah.
Good. That's all I need to know then. Enjoy your food. I'm gonna have a brownie. Okay,
I didn't know your state was into drugs.
I'm gonna. Well, no, it's not a pop brownie. It's just a normal brownie. So, so as we were playing, we had brownies in the oven. One of my kids comes into the room with a bowl of about 5 brownies. These are my portion of an entire plate of a entire tray of brownies. Okay, there are 2 left in my bowl. I have not eaten one yet. That means while we were playing, my nephews snuck into my room while my back was turned and got brownies from my bowl and then snuck back out of my room. I think we all of us wannabe thieves could learn a lesson from my twin kids.
Yep.
Didn't even know they had done that. I think we're gonna get adventure completion experience,
We did,
but that's probably about it because we only got like 30 minutes left now.
yeah, we got adventure complete experience from that as well. Sadly, we don't quite get a reward. Like,
You got adventure completion experience last time.
I thought we.
Yeah.
I thought that was we got about 1,000 experience. I
Well,
thought that was from the
Lich
battles.
Adventure. You got Lich Adventure experience completed.
So
I'm back. So you guys
Alright.
go to a tavern.
okay. Are there like 3 empty seats next to one another?
I mean, yeah, you can find some seats.
All right.
All right.
I order a drink.
I'm gonna ask the bartender.
Do you want
So
you want unfermented beer again?
Yes, unfermented beer.
You're a weird one.
I'm unfiltered, you fucking idiot. Pardon's gonna say,
You cannot call anyone an idiot, pardon.
Nope.
You cannot call anyone
hey,
an
hey,
idiot.
hey, hey,
Pardon.
hey. Parn was smart enough to
Oh.
realize to get off the ground.
Oh, Flux, do I start off with the same XP or do I start off at base?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That
Awesome.
was 10,362. Okay. I'm gonna ask the bartender. So, I don't know how it's done around here, so I'm gonna ask. Sadly, we lost adventures in our companions in the adventure for the games. How exactly does one go about recruiting people around here without being mobbed by people wanting to get into the games?
Hey, these guys are looking for new adventurers.
Parts
Recommend
go
shout out.
loudly say, fuck!
You
Face
immediately
bomb.
get swarmed.
All right.
You see that? You see the same man from when you first got accepted in the games that said he killed 3 rats. He looks very eager to join your party. I once
many-
killed 4 rats. Those are very big rats.
We just
Oh,
killed
Uh,
one.
Where would my character be?
You'd be right behind this man.
Even though I'm an officer?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
a soldier,
shit.
remember.
Yeah, this is gonna be really awkward. We're running from the Empire. I don't know how we're gonna recruit an openly Empire soldier into this group. I'm strongly requesting, Red, that you change the backstory if you want.
No! Dude, you know how much I invested in that
Then
background in
I
terms
can't
of...
justify recruiting your character into the group. We are not quite on the run from the Empire, but we know we're kind of fucked with the Empire. We just lost 2 companions to what we think is an Empire assassin. We are not
Why were
going. We are not.
Why were you here, Red, adventure-wise?
I'm gonna say because I was told, because I was commanded to, obviously.
Okay, that means you're under the order of an officer, but what exactly would that be like
I mean,
as
that
far as
doesn't-
adventure?
That doesn't really work for you joining an adventure group. If you're actively in the military right now, why would you be joining an adventure group?
I don't. You said you would work something out.
I assume you're like past military. Give me a second.
Background
I'm not-
soldier.
I want to say this. I'm not trying to be a dick.
I know you're not.
It's just.
I understand.
I want to
just-
give.
I was going over this with Flux before, and I thought we had worked it out.
To be honest, I assumed you were like previously you were part of the military. You weren't currently.
Yeah, I
Okay.
assumed from what you had told us about it that you were essentially undercover. You weren't an active military soldier proud of your position. You had described it as you were a spy or something when I asked
No,
how
that
it was
was-
going to work.
No, that was an original concept that I scrapped ages ago, because that was literally background spy.
Alright.
Something.
Hello.
Something.
Hey, Zon.
Hello, Zon.
No. Sarabot wants to remain in control. Keep
So
down
Zon,
original Sarah.
join and get back in here. We're about to recruit our the new characters. Did you get the gist of how they died?
Yeah, shadows.
Yeah, Shadows killed them.
Sarabot will remain dominant personality.
As long as when you get in here, you get your character back. But till then, it's Sarabot, not Sarah.
Sarabot will remain in control.
Flux, I know you like the joke. That's great, but we got to work out Red's backstory right now.
Sarah
because
comes
it
in.
doesn't work.
Sarah assumes direct control.
Yes, and we're in a bar, so for the first thing
Sarabot
Sarah's
loves
gonna
you
do
all.
is drink. The first thing the first action of Zon Sarah is going to be I order a drink.
She does not love you as much as Sarah Bot did.
Zon, when you come in, you have a bunch of paper in your mouth. Don't worry about it. It's just something we had to do.
The scantrons in your mouth. Red, if you're active military, you would be under an avatar. There isn't, or like a guard. There's no way you would be an adventurer.
The only way that would happen is like if like you took an arrow to the knee and you stopped being a soldier.
Well, shit. Then I have to redo my whole character.
I mean,
So I got a lot of dependent shit on this character for that backstory.
I mean, you could be like past military dude, but I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I should have questioned more, but no, active military would not. There's no like real off time.
Well, you even said there's no real off time for a sorcerer either.
Yeah, that's what it's. Yeah.
See, that's the problem.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you could be part of the adventure group. That's an active thing that a sorcerer could do, because they would be part of the adventures that go around
Alright,
solving
well then,
problems.
I
But
gotta
you're not-
retool this whole character.
Yeah, but
so-
you're not an active soldier. You can't be part of the military.
All right. Well, like I said, I need to retool this whole character, so you're not.
You still
recruiting
want to
me.
be all right. Let's see. You still want to be a sorcerer, right?
Yes, but I have to rework the whole background, which eliminates a bunch of shit that I needed to refix. So I'm not. This character isn't ready now.
All right. Can you at least can we fill in the blanks later and at least get you introduced?
No. Quite literally, I have to redo this whole character because
Okay,
the
then-
background takes up. I was
Okay.
depending on the background for a bunch of
Could
stuff.
Julius give us like a concept?
No, we're gonna.
I don't have one
I'm gonna call it there for tonight then.
Yeah.
Just
because
a
I
little
was
bit.
under the assumption that Flux was okay with the character and everything.
The same thing happened to my warlock. It's just something that happens. Yeah, whatever.
Shit happens.
Look, the next thing was immediately going into a big dungeon, so don't worry. This will be a good catching up and get you guys back into role playing before the next dungeon. So we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I got a question for you.
Out of
it's-
character, is that assassin gonna keep on attacking?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. Is this something we're gonna have to watch out for, or is this the that was the moment you were worried about
Out of
us?
character, I don't think I can tell you.
In other words, yeah, you until the original party is dead, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, that I'm sorry, but all right. That essentially means we can't leave town. We can't sleep unless we're in the inn. And we have no chance against whatever that is, because that was beyond far. That was double, if not triple, if not 4 times our CR right there.
But good game, guys. That was
Yeah.
fun. You guys took a lot longer with that puzzle. I gave.
Yeah,
I gave you 2
Flux,
chances.
I want to stop you right there. That was not a puzzle. That was a death trap. And
No,
honestly,
you guys had options, and
If we would have kept running and say fuck the exhaustion, we
there
would have
were-
all
there
lived.
There were a few options that you guys used up. I will say this because it's not giving away too much. You had a chance to save Nightmare, and Rogar decided to stab the ground instead. Twice. Rogar saw the soul going over to Nightmare and decided to stab the ground instead of rushing over to stop Nightmare. And then when Nightmare was free, Rogar decided to again stab the ground instead of trying to get Nightmare out of there.
I'm gonna ask what were our options, because I'm honestly I was